say that.
Rocks
Yeah,
fall,
you
everyone
planned
dies.
Perfect. That is the perfect timing.
Alright, since we're just gonna be shooting the shit for a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and do the link bomb, and then we'll worry about introducing everybody after, some shooting the shit has been done, okay?
Yeah, go Shillas.
I shall chill.
I'm still upset that I cannot find maple syrup candy looking dice.
That sounds like a you problem, brother, buddy.
Oh, make sure to put that in the general for us as well, so Dark and everyone them can join in too if they want.
Will do. I'm starting with the Discords first, and then I'm gonna do Twitter. And I'm starting from the order they are in, how I have them.
Gotcha.
Sorry about that, guys. I had a last minute. Can you go take this upstairs before I actually head upstairs?
You're all good.
I'm going to mute myself so I don't sound like I'm out of breath.
Catch your breath,
Take your time.
girl. We're just shooting
Take
the
your
shit
time.
right this minute.
I just didn't want to make us late.
We're
Hey,
late
we
by
are-
all of like 5 minutes. And that's because I had to go pee.
My thing is, I at least want the stream to go live within 10 minutes of 7 o'clock.
Yeah,
Alright.
that makes sense.
Well, that has been achieved, so...
Yeah, because I actually want to try to keep us a bit more punctual this time around.
But, guys, in that time that I was gone, I got a new jewelry box. It looks cool.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm glad you had the time to go outside and steal something while in the 10 minutes you were gone.
Yes,
Friggin'
totally still.
Friggin' smart ass.
Yes. And it has a mini fan in it.
Yeah.
Like a mini like paper fan.
Ooh.
It's
All
the
right,
cutest in the world. My
right.
laptop is loading up.
Someone should make sure to go onto the stream as well and make sure all of our volume settings and everything sound good for stream.
Yeah, and can report back to me and let me know if I need to change anything.
Yeah,
And I'll hop on. Just give me a sec.
just someone
Good.
has to.
Good. Armored is hopping on. I will now shriek.
No, talk at your normal volume. We want to make sure everything sounds good.
But I demand to scream.
Armor, just let us know when you're on.
I'm on.
Okay.
Alrighty then. Just going to be going down the line. Andy, I know can't do anything just yet, but we're just making sure talking at a normal volume is sounding good. I'm assuming this is probably given... Okay, yeah. I'm assuming that just talking like this is going to be giving enough chance for him to figure out how I sound. Danny, you go ahead.
Yada 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 things and stuff, and I see maple syrup candy. Damn you, Armored.
Alright, Failsy.
Wait.
I have stuff. I have lots of
Well-
stuff. I want to steal stuff.
Armor
Sorry,
said
what?
wait for some reason. I don't know why.
Am I too loud? Am I not loud enough?
I don't know. He just said wait.
N-
Should I just keep talking?
I was going hui as in a joke.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
He wasn't
My
saying wait
computer-
at all.
sorry.
What's up, Andy?
My computer didn't let me log in for 5 seconds, so I'm a bit delayed. And it's taking fucking forever to let me log in.
Okay, so sorry. So far, I'm loud. Danny sounds quiet. Everyone else sounds okay. I haven't heard Myth yet.
All right, Myth, go ahead and do yours. Armored, go ahead. Okay, yeah. Myth, go ahead, do yours.
I don't want to. Why are you
I
making me
don't-
do this? What the fuck? This is bullshit. This is America, goddammit. Except for two of you. But one of you is a godless Canadian, the other one is a heathenless Australian, so, you know.
Well, Myth sounds good,
I sound as hostile as usual, thank
did-
you.
despite his normal Americanism.
Yeah, I'm American. I'm betting. I'm not.
All right, so you've probably heard that, Danny. So you have to go up. Armor has to go down a little bit.
I think it might
So
just be
let
I
me
was
check
talking
it.
quietly. How do I sound now?
Let me just double check.
Okay, here I am talking at a more normal tone of voice. Is it better now? Do-do-do.
Another thing.
Again, I'm still loud. You're still quiet.
Huh.
I think you just naturally have a bit of a quieter voice than the rest of us.
That might. That
Armor's a
could be
fucking
it.
giant.
Maybe my mic was slightly higher than I normally have it. How am I now?
Kitty.
Oh no, the tally.
No, I just.
Okay, but is it any better now? I lowered my mic down, like actually like the position of the mic. I lowered it down, and I.
You're much better. I still think I'm loud.
Well, I can turn your server volume down a little bit, and that will help. Or well, the user volume. Let's put you at 150 instead of 200.
Wow, you have everybody at 200? Jesus shit.
Well, with some of you, I have to have you at 200 because you're very soft-spoken. Like, if Nero were here, though, I'd have to have him at, like, 5.
Yeah, I know, because he's a... Yeah, like, I have to have Ash and Failsy up high just because they're quiet.
My natural one, I keep my microphone away from my face because otherwise you guys can hear me breathing.
No, I know why, it's just that's how I have it.
Yeah. It's not an issue when I'm using my
Test,
snowball,
1, 2,
but
1,
my
2.
snowball picks up a bunch of background volume.
Google hates me today.
What?
Okay, I'm coming in a bit
freezing up.
louder than Ash, but overall, okay for the most part.
Okay, so we're about good meter-wise.
And that's when we do our character voices and everything fucks up.
Oh, no.
Well, I assume I've heard most of your character voices, and I know for a fact Danny's going to have to try to speak up with hers because Morrigan is a bit soft-spoken, and her voice is already not that loud.
Sorry.
It's fine. Dravinche should be fine. Dravinche's more soft-spoken than Armor typically is. Kieta's going to be loud.
Yeah.
Brimstone's about the same as Mythosia, and
Yeah.
Failsy is Failsy.
I'm not very good at voices, and I can't do accents because it just turns into a walking tour of the world.
Oh, I was just hoping, and Failsy speaks. I'm just like, oh, okay, we're doing that now.
No, that would just be me playing a character, and all I'm allowed to do throughout the entire game is burp.
Or that would just be Pharaoh if he was only allowed to speak deep speech.
Let's see if Google wants to finally work.
Yeah, at this point, we're just waiting for Andy to be able to get into the game.
Yep.
I'm sorry, guys. My Google's like,
Hey,
you want to go?
technical issues happen. There's nothing to worry about there.
Take your time. I'm still getting all of my notes in order.
Yeah, just look at it this way. If anything, you're giving Ash time to get his notes in order, which, since he's the DM, that's a good thing that he's getting those in order now.
Mostly because you guys still have one more day at the port city of Horn Port.
Woo.
Which has such a blanket normal name for being one of the most important port cities on this continent.
Alright, so I should be able to get into Roll20, and then I'm going to finally switch over to my actual fucking microphone so I don't have to deal with these goddamn headphones.
Woo!
If anyone wants to quickly PM me stuff that they want their characters to do so I can get that information ready, go ahead and do that.
Alright, give me one.
Gun.
You already have gun.
I have a gun. I need more now. 40 rounds.
You're in one of the only places on this side of the world where you can actually buy firearms.
That's fine. I mean, eventually I'll get to make one.
I mean, don't forget, you still need a place to make them. You can't just carry around a forge. Yet.
if I had a plate patent at third level with the Hardline Architect, I could have.
Yeah.
Or actually, I think it was a higher level. Or let me make tools.
And
But
I do
doesn't matter anymore.
apologize if my fan gets heard on the stream. It's actually gotten to the point where it is warm enough that I need a fan, but not warm enough that I need an air conditioner right now.
Bitch
I know
gets
the
hot.
feeling. I need to buy a portable AC for my room for the summer.
Yeah.
I don't need a window unit because my room is not that big. But love to have a portable AC for the moments when even I cannot bear the heat.
All
Which
right.
are rare, but they happen.
Yes, because I am very resistant to temperature change.
Yee.
Sounds like
You
Kundo.
Kundo's very resistant. Actually,
To
you know what?
everything.
It's also the same case for me, though. For any of the people who know about the horror stories of the things that have happened to my body that I've somehow survived.
Yeah, especially the most recent one.
Staple himself to a tree with a railgun.
Hallelujah. I'm switched over. I'm in game. Yes.
Awesome.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna say I'm in danger. Anyways.
Just,
I'm in
I'm in
danger.
danger! Jinx.
Damn it, you two.
Yeah. I'm in danger. You put. God damn it. Anyways,
And I have a kitty.
Anyways, I think we should all preliminary bathroom break before we get started. So I'm gonna go do that.
Already did that.
You were supposed to do that already.
I'm gonna do it.
Go do it!
Spicy.
Don't make me go snap mall!
You be getting that good sip elsewhere.
You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
At least when you're not muted.
Sorry, Discord was being
no.
a dick.
I now have cheesecake.
Ah, well,
That's
best,
gonna be
a
great
bagel.
for your throat while we're playing.
well, just get that eaten before.
Eat your cheesecake and then make sure to drink some water to clear your throat. Because otherwise that's gonna be heck on your voice.
Yeah. That's
That
why.
sugar-
That's why before we got the stream started up, you heard me cracking several cans. It was me opening sparkling waters and pouring them into my big ass cup from Burger King so I could have water at the ready to sip on.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, not sponsored.
For the sake of if we ever try to get monetized for these, we have to be very specific about that.
Yeah, it's just that's what I decided to grab for food before session because it was quick and it was on the way home.
My
I
house
enjoy
smells like
their food.
Mongolian barbecue and it makes me happy. Anyways.
I've just got my bog standard liter and a half bottle of water I keep, and a
Have a
Powerade
life
for the
pack
sake
of
of
Gatorade.
energy.
For the sake of flavor.
Not really.
I have an
Fine.
energy drink.
It's
that
for
I don't feel like-
electrolytes.
I have an energy drink that I don't feel like saying the brand for, but whatever the brand is, they ain't sponsoring us. Ah! What
That's
the
a
hell?
sound. I don't know what's happening,
Andy!
but that's a sound.
Oh,
Oh god.
what was that?
It was something on Andy's end.
I have no idea what that was.
It's still happening.
It's just quieter now.
Okay, can you guys still hear me?
We
Yeah.
can still hear you. There's just a weird sound anytime you talk.
Entropy.
Okay, so I turned down my mic to the lowest possible setting,
There you go.
and it might be my AC. I don't know. I've never had this problem before.
That sounded like an AC.
Sounded
Like
like
the
it just,
rumbling of an AC.
yeah, it sounded like it just kicked in.
It's been on this entire time.
But your microphone just now decided to pick it up.
It's being
Alright.
weird.
Yeah.
Because I went to go change my online, my status to offline, so I won't hear the Discord notifications because that gets annoying. To come pick up.
So it's been now 20 minutes. Shall we try to get started now?
Is everyone ready?
Never.
I'm ready.
All right
Yeah.
then.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
We have
I'm all good.
introductions to get out of the way. Don't introduce your characters for this one. Just introduce you as players for this one.
Yeah,
We'll
our
introduce characters as they organically get introduced.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
In order.
Yes.
It's alphabetical as always.
Alphabetical, me going last because I am DM, so we're starting with Andy.
Hello?
Hello. It's a you.
Yes. It's me, Andy.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself. Okay.
Apparently, that's her introduction.
Dead silence. Got it.
I'm being called by my mother. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, it's Andy, everyone. She's our typical other stream shiller. You'll hear more about that soon. Let's go ahead and just keep rolling so we can get the introductions out of the way.
Yes. Hello, I am Armored Hunter, and I shall be doing the things.
No.
All right.
And he was also the DM last week.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I have kicked him off of his throne and now seated myself firmly upon it.
You did have to wear the steel-toed boots.
He didn't have to, but he did because he's an American.
Is it warm? Is it still warm?
No, it's cold.
No, it's probably cold and sticky. Goddamn maple syrup elementals.
Got mud all over it.
No, I was thinking maple syrup, but that works too. Anyways.
I might have poured a little bit extra on my pancakes while I was sitting there.
Anyways.
Yes, anyways, hi everyone, it's me, Danny Boop. And yeah, I'm kind of the reason that this stuff's even streamed, because I was just like, I'll be perfectly honest with y'all, I wanted to stream these campaigns for sentimental reasons, because then I can have the VODs, and then whenever I'm having a bad day, I can just go listen to them and remember good times I've had with friends.
Yee.
Yeah, I just dropped a sentiment bomb on y'all. How you like that?
It's a sentiment bomb you've stated before.
Well,
That's fair.
You tried to rip my heart out. That's cute.
Oh, I know. I have to try harder with you, Myth.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But
Try
anyway,
real hard to rip out what doesn't exist.
anyway, next person.
Failsy, that's you.
Ah, is it?
Yes, our new friend.
We go down the list in the Discord,
Yeah.
like on the actual voice.
Yep, alphabetical.
Well, I'm Failsy. This would be my first stream with you guys. I play some D&D off and on in the last year.
All right.
And mostly
Yes,
I just do random art.
Yes, don't worry. We'll bark, but we won't bite. Hard.
Unless you want that.
Hey, display me.
Alrighty then. And now, Mythosia.
Yes, hello, I am Thoja. I was the one who built the damn throne, first of all. So fuck you both. But that's okay.
You say
Means
that
that
as
now-
if I.
That just means that now I don't have to deal with ruling everything, so you know what, you did me a favor.
You say that as if I'm not building atop it like the ashes of Chicago. I destroyed everything you created and built upon it.
That's true.
Literally.
I know.
I destroyed everything everyone created.
I know.
Is That's the context for this world setting. Hello everyone, I'm Ash, also Jim. Still weird to be called Ash, not gonna lie, but oh well. I am the DM for this group of weirdos and misfits. Are they weirdos and misfits to everyone? Maybe not, but to me, they're just the perfect little weird bunch of weirdos. It's going to be interesting.
Back.
Welcome back, Andy.
My mom had a finger injury.
That's not fun. Shouldn't stab yourself. I assume that's what happened. But, for anyone curious, we've been hyping this up for a little while from the end of the last session, or the end of the last major campaign, to the interim of Armored's campaign. But this is going to be in the world setting I have been creating for a long time, the Scattered Realms world setting, which the short and thick of it is everything got destroyed and put back together, and now we're here. So if everyone is ready, we can go ahead and get rolled right into that.
Let's do it.
That's so fun.
I just finished an energy drink. Let's go!
Alrighty then.
I am cuddling a cat. I am ready.
Good. Per the individual sessions that happened before we started the stream, all of our players have found themselves to the locale on the continent of Jezebeth known as Horn Port, a major shipping lane that distributes the wave treaders, a very specific classification of ship, that go out into the uncharted and unprotected waters of the world setting we are in known as Aquila. It is dangerous work for sure, but it's also very safe in the sense that wave treaders are highly protected ships. So they at least have that going for them. Each of them has been signed on to a specific role, and they know that that is the role they will have to be filling upon the ship's departure. But we are not picking up on its departure, for we are picking up on the day before then. Sorry about that. Slightly distracted because I'm still finishing these notes because I had a lot of notes to write down. So, if anyone has anything they'd like to do on the final day before we leave the port, we can go ahead and get that covered.
I sent mine to you.
Yes. No one else sent me anything, so we're just going to start with you.
Okay.
So go ahead, and since we're starting with you, you can go ahead and introduce your character. And by extension, Mathosha, also introduce your character because you know you're being dragged along.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Go. Hi, I'm Keta. I am a tiny, well, not tiny, but I'm a bard, and I look normal. I'm very short. I'm very skinny. I'm a twig. I can be picked up by most people. Of bright pink hair, and I carry a guitar everywhere. And also, I have a best friend. He's really big.
Yeah, that's definitely a word for it. Yeah, so I'm Brimstone. Pretty clearly not human, pretty clearly a tiefling. Poison green. Not a common color, but not a common person. But yeah. Got some on my armor, got some on my clothes. And I gotta take care of this little squirt.
He knows my dad.
It's gonna be fun.
Adopted uncle for the win. Alright, so...
Thanks, God.
kind of how it works anyways. So, Kieta, you were wanting to do something specific before you all would be setting out from port, basically as the tide leaves for the night.
About like two technical specific things, but yeah, well, like kind of in the Jamestown area.
All right. So, the things you wanted to do was go back to the candy shop you had discovered in your individual session, and also get some makeup, I believe.
And bows, or at least ribbon to make bows.
Fair enough. All right. So, which of those would you like to do first? You know where one is, but you can certainly try looking for the other.
Well, I want to take Brimstone to meet the really pretty lady tiefling. Like dragging him by his arm, like, let's go.
All right. It's a simple enough matter to retrace your... What does that sound?
That's Failsy.
Yeah, it's Failsy typing, I believe. But it sounds like he's just walking on, like, the roof.
Sorry, I'll mute myself when I'm typing then.
Yeah,
it's funny. It just sounded like you were drumming your fingers on your table or something.
I was kind of confused. I'm like, what?
I just stopped because I heard that sound. I was just like, who's doing that? I dropped my pencil. No. I got it back. Okay. So it's not too hard to retrace your steps. Brimstone, the building she leads you to is a fairly nice looking little shop. Big front window displaying the cavalcade of sweets you can see inside the store. You know you're getting close to a candy shop because within like 40 feet of this place, there is just, you can taste sugar in the air.
This place smells like sugar and happiness.
Hey,
Why have you brought me here?
since.
And you see inscribed on the front window with an actual like etched glass, there is the sign of Bliss's wondrous menagerie of blissfully baked delights. Yes, I heard that too. I don't know what she actually tried to say.
I don't know. If your mic's not that sensitive, Andy, you're gonna have to speak up.
No, I wasn't saying anything. It was just me moving.
Oh, it sounded like you said that. I was like, what?
It's just Keta's very excited. And she's like bouncing.
She's always bouncing.
It's her main mode of movement.
Yeah, motor.
Turns out Keta is a spoink.
What? No, it's not if she stops moving, her heart stops beating. Just if she stops moving, that's when you know something's wrong.
Fair enough. I will keep that in mind. Felzy, we'll get to you next because you're the only other person that sent me something.
I mean, no, I actually don't think I don't have anything I need to do.
Didn't you want to go see the show at the place, the keg and barrel?
We'll see.
We can do it on
Anyways.
the way back.
So
Yeah.
yes, that is where you guys currently are. You're outside of this place that has an incredibly long, complicated name.
We're outside of Keta's Crackdown.
Yes.
Keta will drag him in, like, come on, come on.
All right. So you enter the building. There's a gentle ringing of a bell as you open the door, as there is an entrance bell. The smell on the inside of the building is considerably less nauseating than it is on the outside of the building. Whereas outside, it essentially just smells like there's sponge sugar somehow in the air. The inside of the building is actually a lot fainter and a lot more pleasant. Because other than just sugar, you can also smell baked goods, cookies, breads, pastries. It's a lot milder and a lot more enjoyable. But when you enter the building, there is currently no one working the front counter. There are like a couple of kids just sort of walking about the store and looking at things.
So Brimstone is very out of place here.
No, actually, you do see just like a normal like military man with those kids. So you kind of look like the dad in the scenario.
The dad that doesn't want to be there.
Yeah.
The other dad actually looks very enthusiastic about what's going on.
Yeah, just this 6'3" poison green tiefling with fucking Darth Maul horns. Just like, why the fuck am I here?
Keta's immediately going back to get some more of those, like the emotion candies.
Yes. We can go over what those are for the stream in a second. So you're going up to the front counter because those are behind the counter where you can't just get them.
Yeah. Sure, Brimstone is right next to me.
Yeah, I'm sure as they're approaching, just like, oh, fuck. That's what those are. Shit.
Yeah, you just see, among other brightly colored, almost glowing neon candies, there is some of the candies you've specifically seen Keta try to force feed you and eat herself that are called the Emotion series. You see various labels on the jars. I believe the three you had seen before was Joyful, Wrath, and Bitterness. There is also a jar that has now been refilled that is a purple candy called Sorrow.
Oh, no.
Oh dear, sadness candy.
Fuck yeah,
Hey.
drugs.
They're considered a controlled substance, but not illegal in any form.
Hmm.
Thus is why you specifically have to have someone give them to you. You can't just grab them. But anyways,
Keta's kind of like looking over the different sweets, like some things that might carry for a bit longer. She's definitely gonna get more of that dark chocolate that Brimstone seemed to like.
yeah, which is also behind the counter. It seems like most of the stuff that's where people can grab them are the more like copper candy, like the copper cost candy, like simple things, normal hard candies, basic stuff. Some cookies, nothing too extravagant. The stuff behind the counter is more expensive.
So basically, for the
But-
most part, Keta's standing right next to Brimstone, looking over all the sweets.
Bounce, 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 bounce.
Yep.
Even
Notably, you, Keta, had met the proprietor of this store before. You know that she does not come out unless someone specifically calls for her, because she knows people typically spend a long time just looking around the store.
Keta's she has a bit of a mischievous smile on her face. But that's kind of normal for her, but...
What the fuck are you doing?
That's just her neutral expression.
Yeah, it is.
So after kind of getting a good list of the candy she wants, she also is looking at some of the more out there kind of stuff because she's never seen that before. I want to try that.
She wants to try being sad.
In terms of out there candies, you do see things that are it looks kind of like a piece of amber where there's a bug stuck in it.
Oh, nice.
But it's just there are some that are hard candies and other that are they look like gel candies, which is something you've never really seen before.
Sugared octopus.
You have maple candies? Actually, I want to get those if she has them.
So basically, you want a taste of home.
I kind of want to bring some home with me as I'm out by myself.
Fair enough. Yeah, they would have maple candies in the store. She gets a lot of various things.
So basically, it's kind of like dark chocolate, maple candies, and some pastries, and then she'll call it.
We get some dice out. Alrighty then. So you ring the bell. Alright. As you ring the bell that is on the front counter, it's a few moment delay before out from the back room you see walking out one of the most beautiful tieflings you've ever seen. And I'm talking about there's beauty in the sense of what people find aesthetically pleasing, and there's just simple beauty. She falls more in the purview of simple beauty. Her face is symmetrical and perfectly shaped. She has a air about her that seems refined but very open. Generally speaking, she's also incredibly tall and slender, but fairly curvy still.
She's taller than Brimstone.
Everyone's taller than Kenta.
Yes, everyone is, except for the children in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah. From her,
no, Keta's smaller than a 6-year-old.
Turns out there's a 6-year-old Goliath there that's taller than her.
No, it's just a 6-year-old human.
But yeah, on the mention of the fact she's taller, yeah, from her head to the floor, she's about 6'6", and then she has these two long, up-curved horns that go from the sides of her head straight upwards almost, that add another 6 inches onto her height. So in total, she stands at about 7 feet tall if you count her horns. And just in general, she has that same sort of regal but open air about her. And she sort of looks at both of you, just smiling.
I see. We'll have words about this.
My friend.
Yes.
Kenta will do the Will Smith hands over to Brimstone.
What did you say? Did you say you brought a friend?
I brought my friend.
There's a pause. It's sort of Brimstone, make an insight check.
Yeah. Yeah, at the pause, just like, okay, what did she tell? That's pretty good. 17.
She's not... Oh, wow, she's really not hiding it. I rolled a 1. Brimstone, she looks at you for a second like a... She gives you an almost like a... Just a quick snap of a how dare you look, and then like a realization of, oh wait, maybe I fucked up look. You don't know why. Those emotions quickly flash across her face. But
I have a feeling that there was some sort of miscommunication that went on.
perhaps a bit.
Perhaps a lot.
Am I getting stared at by Brimstone?
Intense. Just perhaps a lot, and just the malevolent stare.
Hey!
What happened here?
Bliss is just sort of like looking at you. By the way, the proprietor's name is Bliss, per the name of the store.
Yes.
She's just looking at you, Keta. Just, you know, darling, when I asked you if you had a special someone, I did not simply mean a friend or a family member.
Yeah, somebody you don't have
That's true.
yet.
That kind of makes the cookies null and void then, huh?
I mean, they will still work, but don't you two eat them. That would be very illegal.
What do they do?
I'm not going to explain that to you. Just don't eat them.
Okay. In the back of her mind, it's like, I'm still gonna eat them.
What do I have to roll to at least get an idea of what these cookies are gonna do? Like general intelligence.
I mean, yes, but at the same time, she mentioned a special someone, and that
Yeah.
there's something about these cookies that
I
is
guess
meant to
that's
be
fair.
shared.
I guess that's fair. He just kind of looks at her like, "The fuck are you selling here?"
I sell a lot of things.
Oh no, he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't say it, but he's also very easy to read.
I mean, you say that, it almost seems like she knows what you're thinking.
Oh no, that puts him on edge.
Came back to get more candy. Because I'm.
That I can sell you.
Do you
All
have
right.
maple candy?
Oh, of course. Yeah, and you basically give her the list of what you wanted, and she gets it out for you.
It's just a bag the size of Keta.
Yes. Per before, your basic candies with how much I'm assuming you want to get again, it's going to cost you about a gold piece.
Alright.
I'm assuming Keta wants a whole bag again.
Yes.
So yeah, that's going to cost you about a gold piece. She does specifically have to put the maple candies in their own bag because they're very sticky, especially with the humid air on this port.
I assume Keto would probably realize that. But it's like, oh yeah, this is really very warm here.
Yes.
And how much for the chocolate and pastries? Is that included or?
That's included in that. But for the emotion candies, they are a gold apiece.
Right. So Keta's going to get 3 of the joyful candies.
All right, so you
Later,
make
so I
a note
can
of that
do-
yourself.
Yeah, I'm doing the math. I just need to grab a calculator real quick.
So far you've spent 4 gold.
4 gold. 2 of the bitter candies.
All right.
What color are those again?
The bitter candies, the joyful candies are blue. The wrathful candies are red. The bitter candies, as weird it is for me to say because I can't see the color, are green, and the sorrow candies are purple.
That's right. I always forget that you're green colorblind.
Yes, I can't see the color green.
Yeah, I can't see that. I mean, yeah, I don't have a picture. No, I can't see. Oh, yeah.
And then Keta will get 2 sorrow candies.
All right, then.
That's 5 gold altogether. So, oh, that's 7 gold. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm down to 90. Oh, before I go, I have a question.
What is that?
Do you know of anywhere where I could possibly get booze? And she kind of leans in a bit closer so Brimstone won't hear, because if Brimstone hears, he won't let her get it. And find makeup.
Why would Brimstone not let her get makeup?
I don't know.
I think it's more of a case of would not allow himself to be dragged to.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna stand outside.
Okay. Okay, then. So she sort of leans in towards you and just, I believe I know of a place.
Oh,
And let me switch back into DM world and look at my notes real quick.
And bliss ascends.
Yes, Bliss just starts floating into the air as her eyes go white. The voice of God speaks through her.
you good?
Oh, Brimstone, I also need you to make an Arcana check.
Ah, fuck. Any,
Just-
anything special about this one or no?
This would be an advantage. It's just to notice something.
Okay. Arcana at advantage. Damn.
What'd you roll?
19.
Alright then. You do notice that you don't exactly know why, but the band on your arm is, like, not burning per se, but it seems to be reacting to something.
Suspicion.
But that's all.
Not gonna say anything, but suspicion.
Alright then.
I'm not gonna pull my gun out in the store and be like, what the fuck? Brimstone is at least not that unhinged yet.
Okay, there it is. Sorry, there are a lot of places in the city.
Pulling out a gun in a candy store.
Ah. What more could you want?
I'm not 50 Cent yet.
You do.
I don't know if you did that or not, but
yeah, I get you. But she does sort of like lean in and tell you that you can go to Alvera's Fine Cosmetics. It's about 2 blocks away, and she just gives you a quick like direction of how to get there.
And immediately Keta will just put him in the bag and then grab Brimstone again, and we're walking. Like, no matter where we're going, we're just walking.
Yeah, just before he even really has time to realize, just okay, guess we're leaving now.
Yes. For the sake of expediency, because I know we have other people who want to do things, you're able to get your cosmetics in total, because cosmetics are actually kind of expensive, and also not really something that common people buy. Ribbon is not super expensive. You can get like basically a spool of ribbon in various different styles for about $1 a spool. You can find that in all kinds of patterns. It's just one of those things where you're only allowed to buy the whole spool here.
Okay. Kenta's going to get pink and green and silver. The color.
Right. Doable. The silver one's actually more expensive because there's actually silver threads in it to make it look like that. To make it look that way. So that actually is a gold a spool.
Right. So just give me totals altogether then, and I'll be good.
So that would be 2 silver, 1 gold, and for the makeup, you could just round that out to basically being 3 gold.
All right. I'll just kind of put Keta, not very good with money, and kind of like she's very confused by math. And says, keep the change.
You'll hear no complaints from the owner. By the way, Brimstone, she dragged you to what is essentially a kind of like
Claire's.
yeah, kind of like Claire's, honestly. You know what a Claire's is?
I don't.
It's
a store for girls.
It's basically like a makeup and accessory shop for young girls.
Yeah. So basically just, nope, not going in there.
You're already in there. You walk in the door and realize your mistake.
Yeah. God damn it.
It smells like cotton candy, but in the artificial way. But yes.
It smells like sugar and false happiness. It's even worse.
At least the other place smelled like real happiness.
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Just self muttering. Just at least the other proprietor was cute. Maybe I don't know. You didn't describe this one.
Alvera is actually a halfling, like a very sort of accountant-looking halfling woman. Like, she's very, like, juxtapositioned against this store she's running. Like, she just straight up looks like a businesswoman in a Claire's. So,
too funny.
It's just very out of place.
I dig it.
And she doesn't seem to be interested in anything she's doing. But yet she's helping everyone that comes in the store.
A woman after Brimstone's own heart. Fucking disinterested in everything.
Yep. Alright, so was there anything you two wanted to do otherwise? Because after going around these, you basically spent the morning into the afternoon of the first day doing this.
Lightly, I want to see the keg and barrel presentation. Is a deep-seated urge, Ash.
You want to see the presentation.
I want to see the presentation. I will purposely go there to get a rapier or something.
Yeah, is there anything else besides anybody else besides Filzy that wants to do anything?
Yes. Filzy and Morrigan want to do things.
Okay, so maybe we can cut to them so they can get their shit done.
Alright, we will start with Filzy because she is the next one that sent me on the list of things to do, so... Filzy, are you ready to speak?
Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Yeah.
So you wanted to practice with your new pistol. Not too hard to do.
Because Filzy has no idea how pistols work, really. Oh, she's had a quick lesson.
Yes. You've had enough of a lesson to know, to have a general idea of how not to blow your fingers off. And how to aim. So, if you're actually wanting to do for the sake of downtime rolls of trying to do something, go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Yeah. If I wanted to try and bend fate for it, do I do this before my rolls because it gives advantage?
Bend fate is something you can actually choose to do after the fact as well.
Okay.
You're allowed to either elect to do it if your roll is poor, or elect to do it initially to get a good chance of something going well.
So, what was the check I need to do?
And just a straight-out intelligence check.
Intelligence. I think Fairs will try and dominate fate because she wants to do well at everything.
Fair enough. I believe your initial DC for this was going to be a 10, wasn't it?
Yes.
Alright, so with your ability to dominate fate, and for anyone watching the stream who's curious where this ability comes from, and other abilities that have already been mentioned, every one of the players of this campaign starts off with a specific magic item for them. What those items do and everything else, we're going to go into as the game progresses. So yes, you are able to dominate fate and succeed on your roll because of it. Yes. Essentially what happens is, at first you're not really getting what you're trying to do, but just due to your sheer willpower and wanting to succeed at this, you feel the prayer beads on your person begin to hum and vibrate, and you just basically get like a brain blast of information of what you're trying to do. And that causes you to succeed your roll. So mark off that you have one of your first successes out of the way.
Just take down my...
Question.
Yes.
What does Failsy look like? We haven't heard description.
Yes. That is actually
Failsy looks like a 5'6" tiefling, light purple, with emerald green horns. And wears very few clothing.
Yes.
Sounds like Failsy be right at home.
And also, over the course of practicing, you use up 7 shots of ammo.
Oh dear. What was I shooting at?
Anything?
Seagulls?
I don't know what you were shooting at. What were you shooting at? You could either be shooting at things on the ship, or you could have gone back to the target range, or you could literally just be shooting at these weird half-bird, half-fish creatures that are flying around the city.
Fuck you, Ed.
Probably sitting on the edge of the deck, just shooting into the ocean, trying to hit birds.
It's basically like a cartoon-esque shooting gallery as you're attempting to shoot these weird bird fish creatures as they leave the ocean and start flying into the air. There are a couple of people who give you a weird look but don't stop you because they hate these things and they don't care. So yes. You have succeeded your first check in actually gaining proficiency about how to use a firearm.
Oh yay.
Was there a bunch of shots that missed and then a random dog appeared out of nowhere and started laughing?
No.
If there was fellas who would have tried to shoot that as well.
Don't do that. Then you have to play the game Duck Hunt and it hunts you down and tries to murder you when you sleep. Anyways. References aside, there will be more time for them in the future. The other thing you were wanting to do, I just realized I don't have any music playing. There was supposed to be music playing, and this keeps not wanting to work.
No, the only music playing for me is what I've got in my headphones.
Yeah. I mean, like, I have music, but because the fan burst thing stopped working on Roll20, a bunch of my tracks got taken down. I have to upload my own music at some point.
Adding weapon pistol to my proficiency list.
You haven't quite gained proficiency yet, but you are starting to.
Okay. So I don't put proficiency on it. Okay.
That'll work. That's not too loud, is it?
Is that rain?
It's supposed to be like the creaking of deck boards and just general ocean sounds.
It's just on the edge of hearing for me.
Okay. I just want there to be some background noise. Because it took me that long to realize that there was no music playing, because there was supposed to be. Alright.
think that might be everything for Felzy, unless there's more time for it.
The other thing you wanted to do, we will be covering as the voyage sets out.
Yeah.
All right, and the other person who wanted to do some things was Morgan. So if you'd like to go
Yes.
ahead and introduce your character, and by extension, the other who is involved with her.
Ah, yes. But yes, Morgan is a tiefling woman. She has her skin's almost black, but there's enough light to it that you can see shades of gray in her skin tone. Her hair is stark white, and her horns and tail each have, like, she's got the classic devil horn shape, and her hair is styled around her horns. The horns themselves and the tip of her tail, they fade from the almost black gray to a red. And her nails are also red. She's wearing red lipstick. She's got black eyeshadow on because fuck you. She wants to wear black eyeshadow.
Black eyeshadow and black skin, it works.
Yeah. And her eyes are a piercing blood red. She, not counting her horns, is 5'11". I can't remember if I said her height or not.
Even if you did, it's still best to make sure it's stated.
Yeah, very true. And she's just wanting to have a walk about the city. Just, see what's there before leaving on this adventure. And she's got her companion with her.
Yes, yes, and traveling with her is a human 5'8" with kind of tan skin and brown hair, and what's peculiar about him is his outfit or lack thereof. He's wearing a he's wearing a almost like a male belly dancer kind of garb. His chest and belly completely exposed with strands of clothing on his arms and a shawl on his head. This human goes by the name of Dravince, and he is a traveling dancer that enjoys a good time during the day, a good time during the evening, and a great time during the night.
Yes, so the party consists of 4 tieflings and a human.
Yes.
Yup.
Dravince is a human in a party of tieflings.
So, guys, when are we gonna gank Dravince for not being devilish?
I mean, who knows?
I'd have
I
to
just
see him
find-
first.
That's fair.
First session, shoot him in the face now.
I just find that so funny to me. There's 4 tieflings and a human.
Yes, Dravince is your standard Joe.
Geta is a tiefling.
Right, but
And Morrigan requested Dravince to travel along, and thus he shall. For he enjoys the time spending time with his travel companion.
Yes. So is there anything specific you two were looking for? Or just to walk about the city?
just wanting to walk about and see what can be found. And I'm actually nervous about doing the voice on stream now. Oh god.
Well, you're gonna have to. Also, roll me a general investigation check to see what you discover.
General investigation?
Yep.
Alright,
Shall I do so as well?
If one of you is heading this search.
then Morogon will be heading.
Because it's Morogon who more so who wants to be doing the looking about.
All right.
Ye-
Okay, so that's an 18.
Ooh, interesting. Let's see what you discover. What if you guys can hear my dice rolling?
A little bit.
I don't have
hear
like
the
a hard.
clack.
I don't have like a proper hard surface to be rolling them on. All right. Go ahead and do a little bit of your talking amongst yourselves while I figure out where you're going or what you find.
Still can't get used to the size of that ship there. It's freaking huge.
Oh, you get used to it. Had to see them a few times. I forget that not every boat's as big as that. Sometimes.
Can't argue with the entertainment on board, though, can ya?
Oh no, all of them were lovely.
Yeah, and both the captains are definitely people who I don't mind working for.
Yes, Captain Jonathan, he certainly knows how to play for a good game.
Yeah, and in your case, he's a bit more approachable then, isn't he?
Well, I
Right.
just need to make sure that I'm a bit more prepared next time.
You know, I only tease you 'cause I care about ya.
You care about me? Haven't you seen me get into enough trouble?
Anyway, let's see what we can find in this city.
Yes. On that note, while you two are just sort of walking about, looking at various things in the city, you come across a establishment not too far from the port you're currently docked. The ship you're going on is currently docked in. It's a tavern by the name of the Burnt Barnacle. You can hear the raucous sounds of, well, a tavern going on the inside. It sounds very lively, even though currently it's about 10 in the morning.
Well, that place sounds like home.
Ooh. I wouldn't mind some morning entertainment.
Yeah, it's a bit too early in the day for me to start drinking, though, but it wouldn't hurt to at least poke the head in, see what's going on in there.
Who said anything about drinking for entertainment?
This is fair, I suppose.
It's fair. As you get closer, I need you both to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh dear. Okay. Dex
18!
Alright then.
13.
For a second, I thought you said death save, and I'm like, Jesus, shit!
You die. That's it.
Yeah, it's save versus death.
No death here. At least not yet. Morrigan, Dravincha, you get out of the way of this just fine, because you kind of heard it coming from a mile away. Morrigan, you just narrowly avoid being hit with a dwarf that comes flying out a window.
What the shit? I thought we threw halflings around here, not dwarves!
Can I do something with this dwarf that's flying about?
I mean, he's on the ground now. You just heard a crash. You essentially just heard a loud, thunderous crash, the sound of glass shattering, and then there was a dwarf.
I was hoping to catch the dwarf in air and do a twirl and throw him back into the establishment.
No, one, you're not strong enough. Two, he's already on the ground.
Yeah, dwarves are heavy.
I used the momentum of whatever threw him first.
DM said
Maybe-
no, let it drop.
Maybe if you'd had more warning, but not when you're not expecting it.
That's fair.
It's the worst that happens. He falls on you and you break every bone in your body.
All of your belly
Anyways.
dancing bones.
Broken. all of your stomach bones. Anyways,
Yeah, he's currently, though, he's just out, knocked out on the ground. And you hear from in the tavern, "And stay out, you drunkard! We don't need your ilk about!"
Oh yeah, this is sounding a lot like home.
Oh, you two.
It's bloody 10 in the morning, you don't order 9 shots this early!
Yeah, that sounds like home. Well, even with that, do we want to poke the heads in and see what's going on?
Certainly.
Alright, let's see what's going on about here. Then Morgon's
Okay,
going to
and-
go inside.
Dorinche following.
As you're actually getting closer up to this establishment, you start to see why it is given the name the Burnt Barnacle. It is given that name because the outside of this building appears to have been almost cobbled together, though there is a bit of skill in its construction. But it appears to be made from defunct ship parts, some of which do still have dead but still present barnacles attached to them. You're not really sure why this was the decision they went for the construction, but it certainly helps with the name.
It's thematic.
Yes, very thematic. But as you're going inside, it's nicer on the inside than it looks from the outside. Even though now it currently has a crushed just a utterly shattered window. Don't know why I went with crushed as the adjective there. That's not right.
It's all
That
good.
was a very heavy dwarfer to crush a window.
I mean, what is to crush but to shatter thoroughly? Anyways. So you enter this building, and it, like I just said, it's a lot nicer on the inside than it appears from the outside.
Good morning.
Why'd you say that?
I imagine that there's someone looking at them as they enter in.
Oh. Actually, not really. There's no one really paying attention to you because they're all looking at the window that just got shattered. Which, while it's close to the door, it is not adjacent to the door.
The good
seem to
morning
be a
is to
lot-
draw attention.
Okay, then. There's only a couple of other patrons in this bar at the moment. Just a couple of other dwarves. 2 wearing kind of like a similar sailing uniform to what the guy that just got thrown out is, and they're both like giving solemn like head nods, like, yeah, he deserved that. And otherwise, it's just a couple of humans who just seem to be eating breakfast.
Do we see whoever was strong enough to throw him out the window?
Yes, that's what I was getting ready to say.
Ah,
You do see who appears to be the owner of this establishment, a rather large orcish fellow wearing a slightly dirtied but still mostly white apron. He is probably a good... He's actually not super tall. He's about 6 feet tall, which is not super tall for an orc in this world. But he is... Far be it to say that he is about as wide as he is tall.
Oh, he chunky.
He chunky and he built. Like, you can see how this man could throw a dwarf like that. Yeah, but currently he is heading back to behind the counter after ridding his establishment of a nuisance.
Certainly looks like they know how to deal with the riffraff here.
Oh. Yeah, we do. don't have much of a choice, he says as he starts to actually look towards you, noticing that 2 new people have entered.
Well, that's certainly quite the morning call.
We have issues with him. Comes in a lot, but can't turn down the coin until he starts becoming a bit too belligerent to be appropriate to be spending it.
Well, that's fair.
That's certainly fair.
But where are my manners? Welcome to the Burnt Barnacle. That's the wrong accent. Sorry, I like to slip into that accent randomly. It doesn't fit a lot of characters, though.
So like me and my Russian accent. Okay.
Yes. You and your Soviet Squidman accent.
Nice, Soviet Squidman! Please have fun now. Okay, I go now, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Just... well, welcome to the Burnt Barnacle. What can I do for you?
We're just having a bit of a walk around town before we ship out tomorrow.
Oh, you on the castaway?
That we are.
Chickens, you better not be being picked up by the
Yes.
microphone.
Although, now that we're here, breakfast and a tail certainly sounds wonderful.
Oh, can't promise a tail, but I can promise you breakfast. What y'all in for? Any particular dietary needs?
Oh,
Probably not something you get asked often when entering a tavern.
Just what do you have on special this morning?
Alrighty then. Nothing too special this morning. We have a lot of people shipping out, so just standard hearty affair. He basically heads into the back and brings out 2 plates of just general food fare. There's some bacon, there's some eggs, hearty,
you,
just biscuits with hearty gravy on top of them. Just things to fill you up.
you standard English breakfast?
I don't know why that was said with an accent, but yes. You went a little bit Joey Wheeler there.
I had children cartoons. I can't do it. His isn't an extreme book on that accent. I can't do it, but I have to focus on it, and I'm not gonna try.
But yes, you are presented with a nice hearty breakfast. Nothing too fancy, as for why I'm not going to go into detail for describing it, but it is simple, it is filling, and it tastes alright.
Why, thank you. How much does this run us by?
That'll run you 5 copper apiece.
Just toss him a gold.
That is incredibly the wrong amount of money, my friend, but I'll give you change.
It's what I got. Then
Eh.
keep the change.
No. Running a business, not a charity, friend. I'm not taking change that much. He gives you back 9 silver.
9 silver. Okay.
Some people will take your change, other people are too honest for that.
Why, thank you.
Aye. You sound like you're trying to get into my pants, but I'll keep those on.
Me get... Only if one's willing.
He's already giving you
But-
like a look of, I'm working right now, dude.
But not today. Not today. Got to be ready to ship out myself as well.
Given what I've heard about the crew of the Castaway, yeah, you'll probably find your opportunity on there.
Already have.
He gives you a smirk with that. Oh, I'm sure you have. Not a whole lot else to be said for this scenario, though. Also, I think we probably should start moving along the story, because...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Basically, Morrigan and Dravince have breakfast.
yes, they have breakfast while Keta and Brimstone enjoy fine, sugary confections and makeup, and
Just
Failsy
making
shoots a
ribbons.
gun.
Well, bows.
Hmm?
Making Keta spending her morning making bows.
Yeah. Easy enough to do. I'm not even going to make you roll for that. Alright, so. It's
So,
about... I'm sorry.
so in other words, one group got supplies, another did training, and then the third just ate breakfast and moved on.
The disaster duo, everyone!
I would argue that there are 2 disaster duos in this group, but okay.
The older
Hello.
disaster duo. When you look at both people involved.
Fair enough.
Excuse you.
Anyway.
One of us is here to maintain the disaster.
Yeah, it's Keta. Brimstone's trying to stop it.
Yeah. Contain, that's the word I meant.
Yes, there you go. Alright, so...
Blame me.
No. Anyways.
Good choice.
You all reconvene on the deck of the Castaway at about... just shooting for a general time, about noon, 1 p.m.-ish. Sun's high in the sky at this point, though it's not too hot out today.
Just checking the pocket watch for, okay, this is the time we have to be on the boat.
Yes. You basically are now being assigned to roles on the ship. You all have previously essentially given yourself roles by signing up for individual ones, but now you are being assigned to a specific portion of the ship. All of your group, as per why you are in a single party for the sake of this campaign, are assigned to what is the forward starboard position on the ship. For the sake of the stream and for my lovely players here, the ship
Forward
has...
or right?
Yes. Well, that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This ship has essentially 4 whole crews that man it at any one time due to its massive size and function.
That seems like the size of an aircraft carrier.
It's actually bigger than one.
Holy fuck!
It's... For anyone who's curious, it's the size of one of those ships that goes out and builds oil rigs.
Holy fuck!
Yeah. I described it as being huge for a reason.
No, I know. That was what I thought. Damn. Okay. Continue.
Yes. So essentially, because of how big it is, it has to be manned by 4 whole crews. Each side of the ship has a captain. They are known as half-captains. Then each individual portion of the ship are ruled over by an even more appropriately named, as compared to what it typically means on a ship, quartermaster. The specific quartermaster for the forward starboard position, you all meet him now, is Gond Skyrock. He is a white-skinned orc, probably a good 8 feet tall, so much larger than the orc you've just met.
God damn it, everyone's taller than me.
Keta, you're tiny.
How do you think I felt last campaign?
But yes, he is a tall, white-skinned orc who is scarred beyond belief in some parts. Like, he is bare-chested, and you can see many battle scars on his body. His left hand is replaced with a sort of... It almost looks like a bladed hook, but it has some articulation to it, so he can... It looks like if he were to flex his arm, the hook actually can close around something. So you can still use it to grab things. And
so he's been around.
yeah, he has obviously been around, and he is a long-standing member of the crew. So he just sort of looks over all of you, just... And by the way, the other people in this area with you are mostly construction workers, per the forward position on the ship. There's a lot of the people who actually serve the purpose of a wave treader that stay in the forward position. But you all are basically special cases because 2 of you are entertainers, so obviously that's a special case. 1 of you is a scholar, so you're going to be very important for the front of the ship. And then just general guard purposes, you're there because you're specialty guard. There are a bunch of other people here as well. You see another man, and I'll just describe the ones that are of note that are not like Joe Human. I am clearly just a Joe Human fighter. There is a man completely covered from head to toe in leather armor, who you cannot see his face, because currently it is obscured behind the shadow of a hood.
Oh my god, that would be hot as fuck, man.
He is also armed to the nines, and his armor has sort of a flame motif to it. On his side, he has several bladed weapons. He's got a scimitar on his right hip, and strapped to his back is a large... It's almost the size of a greatsword, but not quite. It's also a very thin blade, as opposed to what typical D&D greatswords look like, where they're the thick RPG weapons. It's actually a proper
greatsword.
Yeah, proper greatsword size. The other is a woman who is standing next to him, who is also... She is currently wearing a chainmail tunic with metal shoulder pads, and all over her body is strapped various different hunting tools, like hunting and trapping tools. She's got a longsword on her hip, bolos on her other hip. On her back, you can see a pack that has chains wrapped on it. And she also has a crossbow strapped next to the bolo. So she just looks also equally armed to the nines, but a bit more utilitarian compared to her companion. But of everyone else you see around you, there is those 2. And as funny this is to describe, there is another orc, this one green-skinned, who is about 7 feet tall, so shorter than Gond, currently wearing the fancy little white sailor outfit.
Oh, I love him.
That is comically small on him. Like, you have no idea how this man moves his arms.
He at least enjoying himself.
Yeah, he's just looking around happily. He's actually sort of at times standing next to Gond, sort of like he might be part of the actual crew, but he just stands out because he looks so silly.
Why do I picture this orc singing "In the Navy"?
Well, I'll tell you how he moves his arms. He moves his arms right orcally.
I'm just picturing Borky from Unexpectables in just a child sailor outfit.
That's not far off.
He would do that, though.
That's legitimately not far off.
Boy, gosh, do I look cool? Oh my god.
That's adorable.
Yeah, it looks like if this man flexed, his shirt would explode.
Maybe that's why he's wearing it.
Yeah.
So he can Hulk out.
No, it's like Broly. It's containing his seething rage.
You're not sure, but...
Felzy is tempted to flex in front of him to try and get him to flex.
Do you try?
Felzy is a chaotic little shit.
Do you want to try?
So,
if so, you can try rolling a persuasion check.
Persuasion or performance? I think it's the same roll for me.
persuasion or performance, the result would be different depending on which one you do.
I'm gonna touch Failsy on the arm and give inspiration.
Other than just touching, how do you inspire? Because that's important.
She's giving her kind of a mischievous grin at the orc in the tiny little sailor outfit. Basically, kind of very overjoyed at whatever she might do, and she wants to see this happen.
You've put the two next to each other.
Yes.
All right, so
Oh no.
So, Failsy suggestively persuading, I guess.
okay, I guess side on this person's part.
You can add a D6 if you want.
Oh,
Yeah, you do have a
And-
D6 to add if you want to.
I guess I've got like a minute or so to use it.
10 minutes. Oh, never mind. Don't use it.
Oh, never mind. I failed. Not
Well, you
take
already
away
used
that
it.
roll.
No, you used it.
Most because there would be no other rolls probably that's useful for. He rolled a 1. So your eyes just meet, and you flex at him, and he gives you sort of this like goofy grin, and then repeats what you do. I'm assuming you do like the flexing with the arms in front of the stomach type flex.
Yeah.
All right. So you do that. He looks at you, has the goofiest little smile on his gigantic tusked face, and he does it himself, and you just hear, and then there's a second delay, and then as he relaxes his arms, his shirt just falls off because he popped every seam along the sides of it. And this boy be built.
well then.
Did we lose something?
Andy hopped in and out.
For the sake of what his build is. Yes.
My headphones came unplugged.
It's
Oh
fine.
no.
You good now? Yes. Where Gond is tall but actually fairly lean, this guy is just built like a brick shithouse.
Dark red.
Fails gives an appreciative smile.
He just goofily smiles back at you. He doesn't really seem to be aware of what his physique is doing to you.
Ketcha's hiding behind Failsy.
Motogon's
just
just
seems
watching
happy.
all. Motogon's just watching all this go down with a smirk on her face.
Yeah. Currently, Gond, who is your quartermaster, watched this happen and is just looking very disapprovingly at Felzy and Kieta.
I mean,
You can't see me. I'm not.
quartermaster, section daddy.
Stop it.
I'm not gonna stop it.
You will stop it. This is a family-friendly stream.
I'm not implying anything.
Yes, you are.
He's just the section dad. He makes sure we don't kill each other, maybe.
Maybe. Anyways. Just... Well, if that's all the joking you've got to get out of the way... Lee, go get yourself another shirt. And pants, boy. You're about to rip yourself out of those as well. Get one that actually fits this time, Lee.
Oh, no rush. No rush.
And you see Lee just like look at him and look a little bit ashamed, like turning the head down, just okay. And he walks off. And then Gon turns back to the rest of you all, just we're all right then. Good to know I've been given a bunch of little miscreants to work with. We see a couple of able-bodied souls here.
Huh.
All right, give me your names. What you do? Who is your daddy and what does he do?
I mean, I guess for the time being, you aren't. No, I'm not saying that. Brimstone is not saying.
I didn't actually say that either.
I know.
Da Vinci will step forward first. Da Vinci, ship entertainer, specializing in the way of dance.
All right, then. So we'll need to set up a podium for you to be standing on.
Got it,
Good.
Keta will step out from behind Failsy and go, I'm Keta Darkenfell. I play a guitar. I'm an entertainer.
All right.
Background music.
Yeah, maybe we'll get you a gig together. That should do pretty well for the crew. All right. You look like an actual bard. He points at Keta. You just look like a dancer, so.
Just gives a shrug.
Also, very
I do my craft well.
Is he tiny? Somebody get enlarged reduced.
Oh,
Is he
God.
tiny? I'm confused.
Tiny dancer.
Oh. I was confused. Anyways.
No, I'm just being a smart ass.
very tall, sir. What's your name?
Oh, you're asking that of the quartermaster?
Because Keta doesn't know, and she's literally like has her
You were
head full.
you were introduced to him. I said that earlier, I think.
It wants to ask to be nice.
Fair enough.
Next person.
Gond Skyrock. Quartermaster here on the Castaway since it first set sail. With the scars to prove it. He sort of thumps his chest at that.
And Keta's just gonna go stand by Davinte because, friend.
Entertainment buddy.
Yes. Who steps up next?
Failsy will.
Alright then. He's just looking down at you.
Failsy Zamodus. For the scholar group.
When you say you're a scholar, he sort of looks at you and just sort of like gives an upturned eyebrow, like not what he was expecting. Just, all right.
What?
Nothing. I assume you've already spoken to the enchanter of this quarter, then, Alteria.
Yes, a very lovely lass.
That's one word to say about her. All right, who's next?
Morgan she kind of looks over at Brimstone, see if he's going to introduce himself first.
Brimstone. Generally keep an eye on that one and kind of just gestures to Keta. But I'm pretty much good wherever you need me.
Personal guard.
Preferably. That one does need an eye kept on her.
Not all the time.
All right. Most of our entertainers keep bouncers anyway. It makes sense.
Hmm.
Means you gotta defend the one that's gonna be working with her too. Sort of gestures over to Javinche.
Guess you're stuck with me then.
Didn't stuff.
No,
At your
I did.
dejected sigh, Gon gives you sort of like a understanding side eye.
It's like, I get it, buddy.
Seems like a very nice man.
Well, I guess,
And
guess that just leaves me then.
well, and two others, but they seem to be waiting.
Alright then. My name's Morgan O'Brien. And I signed on as a guard. Just in general.
All right, I can work with that. You don't exactly look like a god, but I'm sure you have your capabilities.
Oh, just ask that one. She points over at Javinche.
I've
Are you
seen
all-
her fight.
Are
She's
you also
capable.
what? Are you also a personal guard?
Well, I mean, I can be, but I just signed on for just being general ship guard.
If you stay with him, it keeps me from having to change other people's positions around, if you don't mind.
Works for me.
Tiefling.
Yeah, there are so many tieflings here.
Yeah.
Very excited to
I
see.
just pictured Da Vinci surrounded, and then suddenly the light bulb pops above his head as he realizes he is surrounded by devilish people.
Well, well, one of them you can't see what they look like, but the woman that was the other person of note there, she's a human.
I more mean the case of Morrigan, Keta, and Brimstone that are all surrounding him right now.
All right. Speaking of those two, they both step up now. First, the woman speaks. Oh, I'm Cassandra Ellis. Good to meet you. I'm in the position of guard, specifically for my friend here. And she just sort of wraps an arm around his neck and yanks him down to her level.
Oh.
This is Flair. He's a scholar. Flair 7. He doesn't like to talk much, so I'm doing his introduction for him. And just hear like a gruff sound from the dude in the cloak.
I try to get a look at like what's maybe underneath the cloak.
Yeah, Morgan
Make a-
is too because she's curious.
Make a perception check.
Perception?
Elsie wants to as well.
All right. I'll
7.
make a perception check.
I
You don't
almost,
see anything?
I almost clicked on performance. I need perception.
Look at me so I can look at you!
5.
Okay.
Crazy, wow.
Nat 20 and an 18 from Da Vinci.
And Brimstone doesn't care because he's not a nosy motherfucker.
The only person to see underneath the hood is Failsy.
Wow.
Oh,
High DC. You see dark brown, nearly black skin, sort of glowing, almost glowing red eyes, and his skin is sort of withered and cracked, like he's incredibly old. You'd actually almost kind of recognize this. You assume this person is a drow.
Very old drow man.
Yeah, very old drow man.
So, just make down a note. Possibly drow.
Yep. And he is a scholar, as his friend introduced him. Yeah. Throughout all of your talking, Gond has been taking notes on your positions, who you're with, and everything like that. Just looks over the crowd of about... Besides you all, there's about 12 other people here. And he just starts barking orders to all of them to go fill various positions, stand guard at these places. You all are specifically sent to Dravinche, Morrigan, Keta, and Brimstone. You all are sent to sort of this little raised platform area to start setting up any type of performance you might be doing. Faleras, Cassandra, and Felzy, they all see as this sort of cobra-looking Naga woman comes up onto deck from below and sort of slithers over to them to take them away to the Enchanter's deck, which is below deck.
As we're setting up for a performance, Keta is putting a bow on Da Vinci.
Does he accept
come
this?
on, at least put it right here. Then it'll match with the outfit.
I'm Keta. Yeah.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Da Vinci.
This She turns and kind of points at Brimstone. He is friend. He's supposed to watch over me. He kind of gets a little grumpy. So I'd say just steer clear of him.
The grumpiest ones are the most fun to mess with, though.
Dravenche, mind your words.
Brimstone.
Leans in a bit.
Brimstone would hear all this.
Oh, he's just staring at Da Vinci.
Leans in a little bit, and as she's like affixing the bow to him, he has a gun.
Note to self. Keep it within reason.
You better.
Oh,
Sweetheart, you look to me no older than 15. I'm sorry.
I'm 19.
Oh, good lord.
She's a
turned 18.
baby.
I'm not a baby.
How old
Yeah,
is
when
Brimstone
you're-
again?
Brimstone's 45.
Very old.
Yeah.
You're a bit on the younger side to be traveling a lot.
I'm gonna go meet my family for the first time. See, I'm meeting my dad's parents, and they're all the way in another place, and it's my first time meeting them in years. Oh, Miss Morgan, I have a bow for you, and she kind of will place a green bow.
Should do what now?
It's a green. Actually, no, she's gonna give Morgan a pink bow.
Oh,
Out of ribbon.
oh, thank you, dear.
And you notice that she has pink bows wrapped around little horn nubs.
Little nubby horns.
Oh, see, you really are a babe. You've only got little nubs there.
I don't know what they're supposed to look like. They haven't grown in yet.
Well, they'll grow in time. Don't worry about it.
But I set up my guitar, and then you figure out what you want to do for dancing.
Oh, I think I've got a routine in plan. Although
And-
traveling to meet your parents.
no, grandparents.
Your grandparents.
It's my dad's parents.
Well, must say I'm traveling for a similar reason.
And are you a tiefling?
No. No, born human to humans. Although I have many experiences with tieflings.
What kind?
I just want to imagine Brimstone's giving him like the death glare.
Oh, he is!
Oh. Well, I'll talk about that later. I gotta tune my guitar. And on the stage, she used to be always in motion. Like, always just moving, talking. Something's, like, in her hand. She's always just...
Morrigan will just kind of look over at Brimstone and say to him in Infernal, looks like you got your hands full with that one.
Yeah, that's a way to say it.
Da Vinci will walk up to Brimstone and go, that also in Infernal. Yes, I can already tell she's a handful.
You all know Infernal.
No, I can
That's-
understand you all right. I'm right here. I have not moved a single step. It's very rude to talk about me when I'm still here. My language I can understand.
I'm just being a shit.
But high energy means for a lot of entertainment.
And you see Keta pull out a shiny guitar and set it on her lap as she starts tuning it.
just at the mention of entertainment, Brimstone just kind of just like raises an eyebrow, just like,
Should I describe what the guitar looks like?
You can. after after this and your tuning, you guys can go ahead and start your performance. Then we're going to be moving down to below deck.
So it is a kind of light wood guitar. It has around the sound chamber, and it looks very, very well made, and it seems to be slightly glowing as Chinketta is glowing as she's like tuning it and playing a few playing a few chords and all. At that is Ketta as she's like kind of just starting a low kind of tune. Renche can dance too.
Okay. Guessing that's for cue for me to describe what Da Vinci is doing.
Yeah, I need both of you to make a performance check, by the way.
22.
16.
All right, both successes.
Okay, Da Vinci. Ready with the boon Keta is providing. Is going to draw out 2 daggers. And is going to start doing a belly dance routine while occasionally throwing daggers into the air and using them to perform using the daggers to perform hand tricks to accompany along with the dance.
All right, then. You see a couple of the various crew members stop what they're doing for at least a minute or so before they have to basically be rushed on what they're trying to do, but you're providing a nice bit of entertainment. You guys are not the only entertainers on this quarter, but you seem to be currently the center of what is happening. You get the sense that basically, once you guys are finished with whatever act you decide to do, there will be more brought out to continue performing and keep spirits high.
Well, they've got a high act to follow.
Yeah. And by the way, at this point, pretty much as soon as you guys are finishing your performance, you feel the ship begin to sort of lurch and move underfoot as you guys are leaving port. And it is a very, sudden, no movement, now moving type feeling.
Away we go.
Yep.
Oh, you certainly feel that more the bigger the ship is.
Yes.
You get used to it.
Yes.
I wonder if you have to roll for seasickness.
Say again?
I wonder if you have to roll for seasickness.
So that's only if you decide your character gets seasick. In which case, it would be a Constitution saving throw.
Brimstone's been on enough ships. If he was seasick, he'd know it by now.
Yeah.
Belzy's been landlocked for most of her life.
Yeah, you've never really been on a ship.
I don't know about the other two, but Brimstone's been on plenty.
Ketta's never been on a ship before.
Yeah.
What is ship?
Yeah, the only 2 people here that have never been on a ship before would be Kieta and Failsy.
Okay. The other 2 have been, but probably not as extensively as Brimstone.
Probably.
Con save?
Yeah, that's only if you decide your character would get seasick. I'm not going to put that on. And even then, that's not a high DC.
Ketta eats a lot of sweets, so I mean, her stomach has gone through the ringer of a lot of bullshit.
That would make it worse.
Yeah.
Someone who's been on a ship after eating something sweet, that makes it terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's only if you decide Keta would potentially be a person who gets seasick. Felsy's fine, though. It's jarring and, makes you dizzy, but not enough that you're actually getting sick.
I'm picturing Keta, if she ever got seasick, just projectile vomiting something that looks very golden.
I was
Pure
thinking
sugar.
it's just a fucking rainbow.
Yeah, just vomiting
Japanese
rainbows.
just Japanese censorship. They
Yeah,
can't show vomit.
yeah. Right, really? Huh? I guess it makes sense.
They can show a person being torn in half, but if they show vomit, it has to be censored.
Hmm.
That reminds me of the Danganronpa games.
Yeah. There's a reason the blood and gore in that game is purple.
Or in
That's
some
fair.
cases, pink.
Usually it's pink, and that's only in the American release.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to be pink in all the releases. Oh, well. Anyways, not important. So yes, now we are going below deck. So, Felzy, you are being led by the actual woman you initially spoke to get on the ship, Altiria. She is. You're used to her race. She's a Naga. You've seen them before from where you come from.
Yep.
She's currently guiding you, Fleros, and Cassandra down below deck to what essentially looks like a study. Like, there are several. Far be it to call them desk, but. Or. Yeah. They're not exactly set up the same way you would expect a study to be set up, because they have to be jostled around and moved if the ship is in high motion. So it's almost sort of like when you're in the bad kids school and the desks are actually bolted to the
Workshop?
ground.
Ah.
Yeah, it's actually more of a workshop table. Like, it's built much sturdier. So it's not very presentory as what you're used to looking at when it comes to arcane studying, but you can tell it's fine. Flaris doesn't really say anything as he just sort of sets himself down and starts reading over some of the material they have to provide here. And Cassandra is staying near to him, but looking considerably more open than he is. Yeah, you can either speak to those two, or maybe you could speak to Altiria if you so desire.
I'll try and strike up a conversation with Cassandra. I'm getting the sense that Flair will not talk to me.
Yeah. So basically, just go over, and Cassandra is very open and inviting. Just, oh, hello.
Good evening. Would this be your first trip? Or have you done this before?
Well, not our first trip, but close to it. Flair here is not really much of a fan of the ship travel. It's a bit of a busybody study type, but heard this was free passage to Tesverel, so that's how we're going. What brings you here yourself?
Also heading to Tesvarel. And working here also gives me a chance to save some coin on the travel.
Just sort of gives you sort of a almost cocky smile, just like, yeah, I know how it goes. You got to save as much coin as you can in this world. Things are expensive.
Indeed. Bailsy actually has no idea.
Yeah, you don't really come from a culture where money is much of an object.
These were very, either communist or socialist.
Very friendly communist is a weird way to put it.
Basically, most households. Just, yeah, you'll live here. Chip in.
Yeah, everyone has their job. Don't do it. We'll get annoyed at you, but we're all family, so we'll help each other out. So very upbeat communism is a weird way to think about it.
My money.
All right, but yeah, she seems to be open and inviting. So if you want to ask her anything, you can. But she doesn't seem to be starting the conversation. Otherwise, she's just sort of staring at you. Felsley?
Yeah?
Okay, just making sure you can still hear us because you weren't saying anything.
Oh, I did say something, did I? Not
Oh, it must not have gotten picked up.
Is this your first time? Do you travel often?
Oh, with Flair? Well, I've known him for a couple of years. We've traveled together since I met him. Owes me a bit of a life debt, but that's his business. I'll just travel with him because he needs protection. He's a little bit of a fragile flower, that one.
Rosie just looks at all the arms on all the weapons that he's got on him. So, if I recall, he's got like a lot of blades everywhere.
Yeah, he's got what looks like a punch dagger strapped to one hip, a scimitar on the other, and a great sword on his back. But he is actually like rail thin.
Ignoring that she's already seen under his hood,
Yeah.
he doesn't look that undisposed of fighting himself.
Honestly, I don't really see him fight that much, to be honest, though. He prefers to let me do the dirty work. I think he just carries it around for appearances.
I see.
If you'd want to, you can make an insight check.
Yeah. So not a skill.
Say again?
Not a skill I'm good at.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't really get anything else from what she's saying. It's just like, he carries them around probably because he's actually a wizard, but doesn't want to look like a wizard. Or something like that.
Would explain why he's a scholar.
Yeah. So yeah, that's the sort of sense you get from him. And from her. Her, you have no idea what she's about. You do get like a touch of like a magical feel from her, but you're not sure what exactly it is.
Very well. Suppose I better start looking at the reading materials myself.
Oh, probably for the best. You got your snake lady friend over there eyeing you up. She says as she sort of like leans in and whispers that to you.
Drowsy go and say hello to beginning her name.
Altaria.
Altaria.
Yeah, which you know her. At this point, you do at least.
Yeah.
She's just seemingly waiting to start your instruction on the enchanting process that you will be learning over this voyage.
Morning, dear.
Ah, yes. Good to see you again. Did you sleep well?
Oh, it was frightfully dull to be sleeping alone.
Oh, talk to the crew a little bit. I'm sure you'll find company for your bed. Though don't stay up too late. We have work to be doing.
Oh, I'm sure I can do both.
She just sort of gives you like a side eye at that one, just like, "Oh, I'm sure you can, but don't try your limits too much."
Right, so how does this enchanting stuff work?
Ah, yes. She nods when you say that and basically just begins to regale you with the more basic points of enchanting, the starting glyphs for how to start the process, basically getting the raw magic imbued into an item, That seems to be all you're covering for now, is just the idea about how to get magic formlessly to stay within an item. And if you want to roll for that one, that would be an Arcana check to see if you can retain this knowledge.
Let's see. I think I do.
Yes, you do. So yes, you pick up rather quickly the base concept of how to make magical energies stay within an item. Of course, that does not mean giving them any sort of form or actual enchantment, but it is how to give the raw essence of magic to an item. So make a note that that is what you have learned. Further lessons over the next few days will be covering more about how you cause such enchantments to stay permanent in an item. And then you will actually learn how to form enchantments and give them proper magical effects. But this would more or less cover the first day of travel. Is the performance done by our more socially inclined friends, and then the scholarly work done by our more intelligent side of friends.
Yay.
More, more socially inclined. You know, everybody but Brimstone.
Yes, everyone but Brimstone is socially inclined.
Yep. Everybody else has high charisma stats.
Basically, Brimstone's that one person at the party where everyone's partying out and he's just sitting off in the corner like, you assholes, I have to be the sober one.
The designated
Yeah.
driver.
Designated driver.
How can we get them to sober up? And then Brimstone, a gun? No. 2 guns.
No. I'm assuming that that's kind of okay, that's what's happened during the day. Shall we take a quick break?
Yes, go ahead and... Well, someone really decided to take a break. Go ahead and get your guys' break. Take your bathroom break as you need to. When we get back, we'll be doing one more thing and then wrapping up for the night.
Alrighty.
Alright, so we'll be back in 5 to 10 people. So I hope everybody who's watching this and will watch the VOD later has been enjoying. I know I have, even though not a whole hell of a lot's gone on, but hey, not a whole lot has to go on for it to be enjoyable. So 5 to 10 people.
It's... Unfortunately, this is the first session. I could make things considerably more eventful, but I want you guys to at least have a chance to get your foot in the world before I murder you.
That's
Well,
fair.
our characters
I basically did the same with the short campaign.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I'm gonna murder you, but I'll give you a second to appreciate your characters. Really let you start to love them and then rip them away from you viciously.
See, it's talk like that makes me have like 6 backup characters.
Good. It's my job as a DM to sound terrifying and creepy for no particularly good reason.
Yeah, that's true. I demand to use gun. Somebody give me a reason.
Well, you'll get a reason.
Yeah.
Oh, I
You get a
yeah.
you'll
Somebody
get
tries
one
to-
soon enough, and it's not going to be Da Vinci as your target.
No. I know. Just somebody fucking like tries to kidnap Kenta and just bam, just executed him. And
No joke.
yeah, he can't commit crimes if he's dead. You're welcome. And you're going to the brig. God damn it! Fine.
That is actually basically the law system in some parts of this world. Oh, you commit a crime? Well, boom. Can't commit crime anymore.
Jeez, that's not even Hammurabi's code. Yeah. I also like how Brimstone is also pretty much decked to the teeth with fucking weapons.
Yeah, you are just armed to and back.
I have my 2 swords. I got me a pistol. I got me a longbow. I have fucking grenades.
Oh yeah, for anyone who doesn't know this, Brimstone just casually has a bandolier of grenades on his chest.
Yeah. I look like I'm about to ramble on a motherfucker.
Reminds me that if I ever want to kill Brimstone, just mage hand one of the pins away.
That's a legitimate
I killed my
issue
best
for
friend.
his existence.
It's my only friend at the moment.
You can do that. However, if I survive,
You will have no idea who did it to you.
no. But I'll probably shoot Failsy anyways because I don't like her.
Why don't you like her?
Doesn't like her. I think it's
Brimstone doesn't like
hmm.
Is this just
Well,
how it's
Wonder
like,
Keta isn't dead yet.
Okay, that's not true. Brimstone likes very few people. He doesn't even really like Keta, he just has to tolerate her.
Yes.
I don't like this baby, but it's my responsibility, so I've got to take care of it.
Yeah.
He'll come around.
Maybe.
Well,
Or he'll die.
Maybe.
I mean, eventually.
Hey, Brimstone. I'm gonna take the kick. God damn it. I love the fact that his dad is canonically sounds like Patrick Warburton. At least maybe. I don't know.
I'll do
find
my
that one
best. I'll do my best in the moment.
Right.
So, how is everyone doing?
good. My
Doing
friend's
well.
asleep.
Good to hear. Is everyone
Yep.
enjoying the session so far?
Yes.
Very fun.
yep.
Yes, I'm sorry it's been a bit of a slower session. Like I said, I want to give you guys a chance to at least start to get to know the world before I start attempting to murder you.
Which is very appreciated.
That being
Sorry.
said, you might want to start going over your combat abilities.
Hmm.
I've already gone over mine.
I have
Let me
2
just-
cells and bardic inspiration. That's
Let
it.
me discuss my combat abilities. Gun!
Dave.
I imagine gun is the... Anytime he just says gun is the only time Brimstone looks happy.
For now, yes.
I bet Brimstone noticed the pistol on Failsy's hip.
And I think you noticed it when Failsy came out of the shop the first time. I don't remember if you said so or not, though, Ash. So yeah, he might have.
You noticed.
Okay, yeah. Brimstone isn't the most perceptive.
I mean, it wasn't exactly a hidden thing.
That's true. Yeah, Brimstone isn't fucking hidden. He doesn't have anywhere to hide it.
He's got
Failsy
pants.
doesn't have any clothes to hide it in.
She
That
doesn't.
is your problem.
She doesn't have pants.
That is her problem.
She does,
That
if I
is-
remember rightly, though, have scales?
Clothes on.
Yeah, she's
Let's see.
she has minute scales across her body.
Man,
Yeah, so
I
very
wish-
small.
Wish I had those scales. My AC would be great.
Failsy has a decent AC with no clothes on.
Yeah, because
That good naked AC.
yeah. I mean, I had a paladin with 29 AC once. All he had was a shield.
I wonder if sorcerers can get shield.
The spell?
I mean,
yeah.
The spell.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
That was my favorite spell as a warlock.
Shield is
Like,
dumb good.
I can double check for you. First level, yep, shield. You can get shield as a sorcerer.
I might try and pick it up then.
And the good thing about you being a sorcerer, which we're spoiling now, it's kind of why I had you guys not mention anything about your classes.
So mine was boldly stated by an NPC.
Well, you're a bard. You have a guitar, you're a bard.
Yeah, you're very easy to read.
Biggest personality in the room.
I mean, to be fair, Brimstone's is probably also pretty easy. Gee, he's decked out in weapons.
He's
one of,
either
like-
a fighter or a ranger.
Yeah, he's one of like 3 different things.
Ain't nobody know what Motogon is.
Yeah, actually, 2 different things is more accurate because he could be a barbarian. No, he's not a barbarian.
He's wearing armor, so he's probably not a barbarian.
I mean, barbarians can wear armor; they just don't get unarmored movement.
And then there's Da Vinci.
They also don't get naked benefits.
Yeah, and unarmored AC. Yeah, and then there's Da Vinci and Failsy each, who are just
Basically wearing nothing.
about half clothed.
You put them together, you get one outfit.
I mean, Da Vinci. Okay. To be fair, Da
Not
Vinci,
even that. 3/4 of an outfit.
To be fair, Da Vinci probably has a little more covering.
How I'm picturing him, he's got a shawl for his head that goes. No, he doesn't. Got kind of
Fucking tease.
just kind of flowing long sleeves, completely exposed chest, and then pants that also have some flowing cloth off of that too.
Ash, I think you'll appreciate the source of my item. What I put on my sheet.
All the toxic sweets, my tooth start to hurt.
It's just for the item card description that I have. I put it in my traits and abilities, but with what I sourced is the location, like where I got it from.
No, that works.
I mean, is it wrong?
Nope. Don't mind me, I'm eating chicken.
I don't know how old he is.
Oh, did you finally kill that dang chicken?
No.
No.
But there is a certain form of vindication from this.
The vindication of finally receiving chicken.
At least I got chicken.
Leroy Jenkins.
Alright then. Is everyone back?
I'm back.
I don't know who's everyone.
All present players.
Oh,
Well, I'm here.
Alright, we've got an armored, we've got a myth, we've got a Felzy, we've got a Danny, and do we have an Andy?
Do.
Alright, let's get back into things. I'm gonna finish chewing this chicken.
anyways.
Everyone ready to continue?
Yep.
Yee.
Yep.
Alrighty then. So now we are going to pick up on the night of the first day of travel. As it has been drawing closer and closer to this throughout your all's performance and throughout Felzy's study. Basically, once the sun goes down, which takes a little bit longer than you might think it does, considering you're pretty much moving along with it at this point. For the... What was the what about?
We're moving in the same direction as the sun is setting. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, we're getting along at a fucking clip then. Jesus.
Yeah, it's an extra few minutes. It's not like hours. So you started from this small orange circle here. That's where Hornport is. You're currently moving along a sort of curved path. I'd say right now, after your first day of travel, you're probably about here. Everyone stop pinging, please.
Okay.
I
Well,
wasn't
yeah.
doing shit.
Yeah, no, it was me being shit mostly.
You guys are currently about here.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
I put a square on this spot.
It must be
probably
the
gonna have to
DM
zoom
only
in.
lane.
It's not,
Yeah,
it's
I
just tiny.
don't see a square.
Oh, is it super fucking tiny?
Yes. Zoom in the map.
I'm zoomed all the way in. I don't see a square.
It's on the objects and tokens layer.
Well, I'm zoomed all the way in and
Zoom
I can't
in.
see it.
Well, get drawn again.
There it is.
There it is.
Okay.
Oh, not very
Yes,
far.
we see
Well,
that.
yeah.
Yes, that is the path. That is where you guys are right now, because you're sort of taking and you notice you're actually giving, because some of you have seen a chart of the land masses that are in between these two, like in between Jezebeth and in between Tezrel. You're giving the island that's in between them a wide berth. For reasons that anyone who would like to can make a history check for.
Damn right I would.
Yes, please.
Brimstone is an old man.
Yep.
He might know.
Given that
Keta
I'm
probably
native to
wouldn't
the area,
know.
would I have
I got
advantage?
a 9 anyway.
Ramsey did not read any books about that.
I'd say it would still be a straight roll for you.
Still be a straight roll? Okay.
Yeah.
Not
Well-
20!
But he's been there.
Do I even need to have Motogon roll?
I mean, if you want. Who knows if Drivenski's going to share or not.
That's fair. Okay, whatever. Roll.
I mean,
That's a 7.
well, I mean, for the rest of us, he'll probably share with Morgan at least.
10,
All right.
9, 8, 7.
Well,
Then 22.
the only person who really knows, because the DC... Actually, no. Brimstone, you've heard of this. Armored, you know about this, because you've heard horror stories. That island is known as Kingfisher Isle. Aptly named because that is where one of the Leviathan is said to make its home. Specifically, the Leviathan known as Kingfisher. Brimstone, that's about the well, a lot of the places in this world are named after creatures.
No, yeah, it's just Brimstone's like, oh yeah, that name is a bit on the nose, isn't it?
Yeah. Brimstone, that's about the extent of
Yeah.
your knowledge, is that that's where one of them is
It's bad.
supposedly...
Stay away.
Yeah.
That's what I know.
It's
That's all Brimstone needs to know. Anyway.
Yes, it's a there be dragons area on the sea chart. Da Vinci, you specifically know about this because some of your family who has traveled, you've actually lost them to this creature before.
Ooh.
Some of them who are trying to make especially quick merchant runs from Jezebeth or to Jezebeth from Tezverel. They would try to cut straight across the ocean, taking the shortest path possible, which would have taken them right by Kingfisher Isle. And you've heard about the horror stories of the Kingfisher. It is essentially... It resembles an anglerfish. For anyone who knows what those are. Most people should. Sort of gigantic mouth, side fins, the dangling light in front of it.
Fucking massive.
Yes. But massive, and you've heard, specifically because there was 1 or 2 survivors from this voyage that managed to get back somehow, that told the horror story of how it fell from the sky onto their ship.
Oh, Jesus.
That's
Ooh.
fucking terrifying.
It was the extent of the horror story you heard them tell was 1 minute it was day, and the next minute the sun was blotted out as they looked up and just saw a gaping maw falling from the sky. And it was only the few people who dove off the side of the ship and swam away as fast as they could that survived.
Man, that's a fucked up game of Hungry Hungry Hippos.
But yeah, Stravinche, you were the only one who knows this.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause all Brimstone knows is that's bad. Go away.
You don't really know if it's true or not because they were very rattled and maybe they were remembering it wrong. But that is...
It's kind of hard to misremember a giant mouth falling from the sky.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard to misremember Cthulhu, but the guy who did kill himself.
True, but what you don't know is if they are exaggerating it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you do know that that is for sure where one of the Leviathans.
Yeah, so seeing the island, Da Vinci would be visibly agitated. And look and constantly looking up to the sky.
You're right there.
Oh, well, before that, I just figure I should give a bit of a more context to the setting you guys are currently in.
Yeah, it might be good to explain what the Leviathans are.
Yes. So, no, I mean context for the setting your characters are currently in.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Just so you guys know for the sake of roleplay. All of you, since your work days are done and you're not actually part of the making the ship run crew, you've been brought down into the galley, which actually resembles a tavern because the ship is big enough to have that. It's kind of like a cafeteria. Yeah, basically, each quarter of the ship has one of these. Da Vinci and Morrigan, you've actually been down here before.
It
is
we're
a
on
tavern.
Jonathan's side of the ship, aren't we?
Let me make sure
This
about
is
that
where
one.
the halfling toss was.
I mean,
Wasn't it?
I mean, like, you've been down here in the sense you know what this place looks like.
Oh, okay.
Because technically, you guys are on. You guys. Actually. No, you are technically on Elavi's part of the ship. Because you guys are on starboard.
Okay.
The one that Keta wants. I think.
Yes, I believe so.
We don't know that by name. We just know, I think, that the captain...
You know the name of the captain.
Did we? Oh, okay.
You were told the
No,
names of
we
the
did get a
captain.
name.
No, I meant if we were told about the show and given her name then.
Oh, no. You weren't given her name then. You've just heard the names of the captain.
Yeah.
It was part of the introduction to getting on the ship.
So,
And since
conclusions
we
are probably...
Lady Captain.
Yes.
Okay.
But yes, you are aware of what this part of the ship is. It is the galley. It's set up very close to what a tavern is set up. Currently, you actually see Gond is the one behind the counter for right now. Wait, I have that wrong. Not Gond. Lee is behind the counter.
Yes!
I forgot for a second because I have all of these roles written right next to each other in my notes. Because I have to put a lot of stuff on a single piece of paper.
Is he in normal dress, or is he back in the sailor costume?
You don't know what type of pants he's wearing because he's behind the counter.
Oh, yeah.
Currently, he is dressed up like a bartender, but it's still so comically small on him.
Yes! I love this man.
I love him. He's adorable.
And he is cleaning a glass, basically with one of his giant fingers and a rag sticking it into the glass because he can't fit his hand down in it.
Just...
Oh, this man's built like a fucking linebacker.
Yes, he is.
I'm just picturing, like, he's holding the glass and doing the finger clean, and Vinci seeing it is just holding himself back from making a joke.
By the way, when he's holding the glass, he's having to do it with just his index and thumb. Because he's trying not to smudge the glass.
Man.
He's not really saying anything as you come in, though. But
Yeah.
Possibly, though. Like,
I just pictured Da Vinci as snickering, and just Brimstone's like, "Don't you fucking dare! Don't you fucking dare!"
you guys have probably been down here as well for about an hour. So there's other members of the crew down here just generally socializing, eating, and drinking.
Has he been doing that the whole hour? So has Da Vinci just been snickering the entire hour?
It's different glasses, but he's been doing that pretty much the whole time.
Action. Yeah, the same action.
Yeah, anytime he cleans a glass, that is what he's doing.
Now I'm just picturing like Da Vinci starts snicker and Brimstone's going, no. Then different glass. Snicker, no.
Eventually, it's just the gun barrel to the knee and just, come on, buddy, hold yourself
Oh,
together.
he's also giggling.
Don't you fuck.
Kent is gonna tug at Victor's sleeve. His attention.
Anyway, there was a conversation going on.
Yeah, we'll finish that one, and then Keta, you can get his attention. Yeah, I just wanted to give a bit of context. The thing I was going to get to, but we kept getting distracted from it, was the reason you guys know where you are right now is because on the wall of the tavern is a ship chart that is actively updating where the ship is.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Love that.
Yeah, but
So, yeah.
But
the to get back to the Morrigo and just looked at Dravinch, just like, "Are you all right there?"
I'm fine, just don't like that island.
Something bad happened there.
It's the reason I don't see one of my sisters very often.
I won't pry unless you want to tell more.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you're all probably at the same table. Because
No, yeah. It's just Brimstone. Just wait, what?
That island has one of the leviathans.
Just yeah. Just the quick half second. Oh, and yep.
And
Because
some foolhardy people tried to travel close to that island as a shortcut. Unfortunately, my sister was one of those. Was, anyway.
I'm sorry to hear that.
okay. Do you mean like was as in like? Oh,
As,
no.
I don't think I need to explain.
Look, I've known some dumb people who survived things like that and still done it. But yeah, huh? That, huh?
Yeah. A few do know of people who did survive. Unfortunately, she was not one of them.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It was a long time ago. About... almost 13 years now.
Yeah,
But
that.
But those who did survive talk that the thing supposedly fell from the sky, so if you see something falling that's bigger than this boat, jump.
Okay.
I'll keep that in mind.
Wait, from the sky?
Yes. That's what they said.
He just visibly mouse. What the fuck?
If it's bigger than the boat, I don't. Jumping will not help at all.
The fools that did survive were the ones who did jump.
And it didn't just eat them.
Probably too busy eating the boat.
No.
And everyone aboard.
These things are essentially big wild animals. They're gonna go for the easiest meal. And that's unfortunate.
I
This is
want.
sad.
What's everyone's passive perception scores?
12.
12.
12.
11.
Nobody
You
has
guys-
perception.
All right,
Can
so
you guys hear
basically,
me?
yeah.
Yeah.
Second, my mic wasn't picking up.
Yeah. So I don't think anybody catches this then.
No, basically everyone notices. Yeah, actually, everyone notices as you guys are talking about this. A green, toothy grin is slowly drifting into frame,
Hi.
and then you actually look over, and Lee is just like squat down next to all of you guys.
Oh, Jesus, where do you come from?
Oh, hello there.
That wouldn't be too much of a concern on this ship.
Hi.
We're
What do you mean by that?
the captains. They're both able to get us out of the way of such issues.
Well, we're taking a wide berth, so I don't think it's too much of a concern. Still unsettling me, though.
He's poking one of his arms, like,
You are a very big gentleman.
You poke one of his arms, and it's like straight up poking brick.
oh,
Your finger doesn't go in at all.
how?
Yeah. This ship is made special.
Which, by the way, the voice I'm doing for him is pretty much exactly what he sounds like. He's got like a lisp.
Ah.
It's also a weird voice to do because I can't open my mouth properly.
Those
well-
big tusk.
Well, we know what he would sound like if you just would want to, for the sake
No.
of ease, just talk. Oh, okay.
I do the voice. Commit to the bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, don't worry about them. We don't have to talk about it. We don't have to be sad, so let's not be sad.
I'm just trying to help.
No, I'm not saying that you're not, like, you're helping. It's just, I don't want my friends to be sad. So, now that we know that we're very safe with the captains reinforced with, I believe, we're safe, and we don't have to worry about it.
Yes. The ship is reinforced with ironwood planks.
When Ted comes from my home.
He just sort of like nods at that.
Would you like a candy?
Like he was sort of grimacing at the concept of talking about the Leviathans, and as you mentioned, candy, just the toothy grimace just turns upwards.
I love this man.
Yes. I would very much like a candy.
Oh, candy.
God.
Wait, what did you say you gave him?
Maple candy.
Okay,
Oh.
maple candy.
Wrathful.
I heard
No.
the ool. I heard the ool. I heard ool candy, and I was just like, was that a wrathful? Was that a joyful?
See, Wrathful and just becomes a Warhammer orc.
already
all aboard. It's time for some right good trumpet.
That is getting a bit sad, though.
He doesn't stop being angry. He doesn't stop being happy. He's just happy that he's killing people.
Yeah.
So we'll actually
He just
pick up-
takes the tiny candy and unwraps it because the maple candies, unlike the other candies you have, which just came in like a cornstarch coated bag, maple candies are actually individually wrapped because otherwise they would just become one gooey mess in your bag.
One giant sticky fucking mess, which Keto would be fine with.
Just eat it slowly.
Slow and steady wins the race.
Alright, so he just takes it and just puts it in his mouth. And because he can't quite close his mouth due to his tusk, you can... There's just a gross sound of the fact that he's eating it, but can't close his mouth, so you can just hear it.
He's enjoying the candy. That's good. Actually, what Keta wanted to do to get Dervince's attention is she's going to pull out one of the bright blue candies she has. So sad.
Give people drugs.
Don't
All right.
ruin it
He knows.
for the blue candy. Red day.
Alright, Lee's gonna go back to doing his thing.
Armored may know out of character, but Dravince doesn't know in character.
Yes. I'm sorry, what's this?
Okay, so when I was on land, sir, and there was this really nice tiefling lady who was really huge, but she had these candies and they taste really happy. So I thought you were sad, so I thought you could use a hand for candy.
Can I roll something to know what she's referring to?
Brimstone just having Vietnam flashbacks of bliss, but not in the bad way. Just vivid.
No, it's more just don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think. God damn it!
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. I'd say you could make an Arcana check, but at disadvantage because these would not have been where you were from, but you might have seen them on your travels.
16.
That's rough, buddy. You almost had a nat 20.
There are so
Almost.
many almost nat 20s this game,
I know, right?
and then so many actual nat 20s.
Yeah.
All right, so you're looking at this, and the fact that it's a neon blue, slightly glowing candy is setting off your alarms slightly. You've heard about potion candies. They're basically just candies that actually have magical effects. You don't necessarily know what this is because these are actually fairly new.
So, in other words, he knows what they are, but what does this one in particular do? No clue.
Yeah, you know it's candy with magical effects. What does this do? Not sure. You know these typically don't have negative effects.
Well, thank you. Do you mind if I were to hold on to this for now? I'm just only nervous at the island. This will come in handy if...
Take it now.
This might come in more use at another time.
Okay. You know, I got these really weird cookies from Miss Bliss, but she said not to eat them with brimstone, so I don't know who I can eat them with.
Well, what did she tell them about you, dear?
So at the mention of that, Brimstone's just gonna look at Keta and just no. No.
Well, if you got cookies to share.
Driven, you seem to be this girl's caretaker. What exactly is she going on about?
Well, let's just say these cookies are for a special someone, and this one doesn't understand what that means.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kenta, everyone's talking like you don't know what this means.
Only Belzy knows what this means.
Brimstone is saying that specifically because that's kind of the reason why she got them in the first place.
Failsy, you could make an insight check.
I'm making an inside check.
Inside.
If
you want to know what this means,
I mean, if
you know what this means.
Yeah, if it's like inciting against a DC of mine, it's no.
Perfect!
Here. Perfect.
This is the perfect situation.
That's so.
Keta, you actually don't know what they're talking about. Failsy, you know what they're talking about. I'm sure you as a player probably understand.
Yes.
You know what they're talking about. Keta, you don't know what they're talking about. Special someone is just a friend, right?
I'm sure, dear. You'll find out when you're older.
19.
Yeah, you're not old enough.
Always
just
say that.
looks over at her again. It's like, are you sure?
I am positive I'm 19.
I was there when she was born. She is 19.
Not my dad though.
No.
I'm not green.
Yeah.
I'm not green. We can see that, Keta.
Yeah. I just like Brimstone. Yeah. No. Yeah.
So, of the 5 of us here, 4 tieflings, and I'm a human with lots of experience with tiefling.
What do you mean by experience?
Go on.
Insight check.
If
If he's trying to hide it at all.
No, he's not gonna hide it. He's just gonna say, "Well, the person who taught me how to dance. She was a tiefling."
Yeah, I'm sure that's the only experience you've had with them, but sure.
Morgone snickers at that.
Ted's gone to go get a drink.
Well, of course, I've had the experience since then.
I mean, look, all I'm saying is, and then Brimstone's just gonna look between the two of them, obviously.
A gentleman doesn't kiss and tell.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying if I was in your case.
Ask nicely, you might get a turn.
Just like, what?
I got a drink. It's feeling
I
good.
can tell you she can make it worth your while.
Keta just walk back at that statement.
Yeah. She walked back.
I don't
She
got
herself
money.
like a water.
No, wait, that's a lie, I do. Wait.
She's just smiling at him.
No, it just takes him a moment to realize, wait, that's probably insulting.
She's just smiling at him. Just like, let's see how much rope he's gonna give himself to hang himself with, that kind of thing.
What's going on?
She's for clarity, Morgone does not look offended at all. She's just sitting there, just big old shit-eating grin on her face.
Ah, good. The last person that said that to me, they tried to stab me after I said that.
The
Admittedly, that was fair.
we're talking about these two end up getting to spend some quality time together, get to know one another. You know, be friends.
I don't like how good with words you are.
I always find
What
that
do you
funny.
mean?
I'm not a baby. I know that he wants to fuck her.
Yeah. Brimstone just looks to Keta and just, okay, good. You did learn how to use that correctly. I'm proud of you.
Ah, perfect. We don't need to beat around the bush on that.
It's very obvious. He gets a face when he sees a pretty lady tiefling.
It's not just teeth.
Listen,
I have bias.
Yes, and Morrigan fits them.
I have bias like a fire has bias, Brimstone.
And in case you're
What?
worried about anything, I'm not in a relationship with him. He and I are just friends who've had fun.
Now I'm just picturing this scene from that 70s show of Red just, lucky bastard. Brimstone
Well, this
is
is
just
suddenly
Red.
an interesting conversation.
Brimstone is just, who the fuck?
Cassandra's been sitting next to you guys this whole time.
Who the? Oh. Why are you here?
We're all the same crew.
You don't need to be rude.
Kata, how long have you known me?
15 years.
Have I ever had a need?
Well, you're trying to make friends. You can't just have my dad as a friend in your entire life, then you get very lonely.
I mean, I guess it depends on his opinions of your dad.
Like,
If
It's a
DM,
damn,
does
it's a
does
damn
that-
shame he wasn't here.
DM,
What?
does that accent sound familiar to Moragon?
I mean, vaguely. You feel like you've heard it before, but not from a native of I'm assuming you mean like from the Pale Crest.
Yeah.
You've heard it before, but not from a native of the Pale Crest Isles. You can make a history check with advantage on that one.
Alrighty. That's a 19.
It didn't roll on my side, but
Yeah,
I will trust your statement.
There it
Oh,
is.
there it is.
Corner.
You remember that a few years back, there was a sudden influx of people coming to the Pale Crest Isles from a place called Corio.
Corio?
Yeah, if you look, it's actually on the map as marked.
Okay.
North of Palecrest.
You remember that used to be a sort of standalone nation of sorts, kind of how like the Pale Crest is, but bigger. But it got overrun by the forces of wild magic, and half of the islanders died, or are assumed and hoped to be dead.
I probably thought something there.
Actually, yeah, you.
Yeah, upon remembering that bit, though, Morrigan's not going to bring up that.
Yeah. How long ago was that?
The combat against that would have been about 7 years ago, give or take.
Okay, yeah, recently enough then. I mean, Brimstone's probably was in the military for a good 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
It
he was
probably would have been
probably
a
part of
tour you would have at least heard of, if not been on.
yeah. Huh. Yeah, but since you didn't mention anything, you're not gonna say nothing.
You would react as well, since you had first-hand experience.
So what?
You would recognize it as well, since you had first-hand experience with the people.
From the Corios, are you?
Oh, yeah, I am.
Damn shame what happened there.
Damn hags. Well, what can you do?
I mean, fill them full of arrows and send them back to their maker, but that doesn't stop the wild magic.
They just stand back up. No into it.
Yeah.
Were you part of the crew that helped us burn half the island?
Yep.
Yeah, figures as much. Yeah, it was deserved. Better have them dead than have them controlled by that damn Hag of Lights.
Yeah.
And you actually hear, as she says that name, at least the people within earshot of your table just get quiet.
Probably shouldn't have said that.
She can bloody suck my arsehole for all I care.
Something tells me that she probably would, but not in the way that you'd want it to happen.
Yeah, probably. Anyways, I'll invoke her name with ire as much as I want. She doesn't come.
Well, that's your prerogative. Wish I was that lucky.
By the way, for anyone who wants to, you can make a history check with advantage for who the Hag of Lights is.
Alright.
Certainly.
Would I?
You would know.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I don't need to make the roll because I would have just known. Okay.
Ooh,
Ah,
21.
that's a 10 for me.
This isn't a high DC.
That's a pretty.
Takes a
That was
catch up.
yeah.
right?
I kept it at 11.
Yeah,
Captain Got
you
One.
all know. The Hag
Yeah.
of Lights is another name for the god of wild magic. Another name for Magisteria.
Ah, Bowsy's more interested now.
Me and myself, I tend to not very much about the only god that really pertains to my life. Well, two gods really is Venti and Random.
Don't worry, dearie. She can't come if there's not wild magic in the area.
God,
No.
that makes wild magic sorcerers fucking dangerous.
Failsy, I made you a bow.
Oh,
He hands over a green bow.
oh, I thank you.
It look nice in your horns.
Bowsy ties it off to one of her horns.
See, I don't need to make friends. You do it for me.
You make enough.
Also,
You're making enough friends for both of us.
I don't know if
Also-
you're fucking with me or not.
No, I'm just. It's because that's the voice you joked about him having, so
Oh.
that's what I'm doing.
Oh, because every time you do it, I'm gonna think it's his dad and just.
Oh, don't worry. That'll be forewarned in a very specific way.
I'm sure. Yeah. Just, oh. Why is your arm on fire? We're gonna find out.
It's episode 1. I'm not doing that to you.
Oh, I know.
Also, Bowsy shifts uncomfortably at the sound of wild magic drawing in weird gods.
I'm gonna make an insight check on that.
That would technically be a deception contested
on
by
Failsy.
insight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably gonna beat me out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beat out.
Yeah.
Obviously uncomfortable. You're not sure why.
I mean, everybody kind of gets uncomfortable at the mention of that name, so that would be what Brimstone figures.
Yeah, except for
Cassandra.
Flair, who is also next to Cassandra and doesn't react at all. He's just reading a book while eating. Also, you didn't even notice he was there initially.
Huh.
I just assumed he was there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your friend there is awfully unflappable.
Flair, he's just he doesn't like to talk much.
Mm.
Is he a human?
You don't just ask that.
Curious question.
Sandra just sort of looks at you like she pretends to be offended.
Yes, you don't just ask that.
Like clearly she's pretending to be offended. Just
Yeah. Just
No.
just hamming up.
no, he's a drow.
So yeah, I presume drow are viewed in this world much more, at least more favorably than conventional.
They're viewed as very fine craftsmen, but generally very reclusive people.
Mm.
Like they're not interested. Most of them are not interested in interacting with people outside their circles, but they're not viewed with the general eye of disdain and
Mhm.
assumed domination that they are in standard D&D.
So they're just seen as kind of eclectic, but not dangerous.
Yeah.
I suppose that's fair.
I'm asking because just curious. You never learn anything if you don't ask.
Don't.
Cassandra just gives you like a snap and a point and just like, she's got the right idea, but
There's
be a
some
little bit more
some
cautious.
things you don't want to ask right off the bat.
It looks like she's going to say something and realize that would make Brimstone really mad at her, and then she's not going to say it.
I was gonna follow that up, and I'm like, no, Brimstone wouldn't say that. You know, like a woman's weight, a woman's wife, a woman's weight. If she's married, will she step on your head? But Brimstone wouldn't say that.
But if Bliss were here, she would
Is she
know.
pregnant or just fat?
I mean, generally, if you're asking that one, she's usually just fat.
I
I
was
know it
saying
wasn't
that
actually-
out of character.
I know. It's just to be funny.
we need to clarify that a little more.
Vincent
Yes.
said you're gonna meet your family when you get to the continent.
I might take some time to meet them.
It's cool. I'm really nervous about meeting my grandparents.
I grew up on the island we're heading to.
My dad did, and so did Brimstone. They're best friends.
Less of an island, more of a continent, but yeah. Just for reference sake.
I mean, people still refer to, like, Australia as an island.
That's fair, but I'm just saying this one is referred to as a continent.
I don't even know where they live. I don't even know if my dad has siblings.
I would.
I don't know if you guys
Oh,
specifically wrote out him having siblings because you wrote out a bunch of other stuff for the characters in your backstory.
That's true. Yeah.
So I don't actually have control over that.
That's true. I don't know. We'll figure it out later when it becomes more relevant.
Then Chet's just gonna sit there and quiet as she's fiddling with a bow.
Who's that one for?
Because
Aw.
Sad
Well,
just
clearly
leaning
her
in.
best friend.
Fight me, Tiny Dancer.
Oh, if that's how you want it.
I should have seen that one coming.
You seem like a man who'd enjoy a good bite.
Not from him.
Fair.
So Morgan then.
You get out of my thoughts.
Going to get up with her tiny bow and head over to Lee.
Lee, currently serving drinks at the bar, who is currently pouring from a bottle into a glass, and it's just such a delicate procedure, but he's doing it very well.
I love Lee. He's a gentle giant.
For the sake of his name, in case you guys want to put it in your notes, his name is Lee Tondell.
He's a gentle giant, and then we'll piss him off, and he's fucking just caves Brimstone's skull right the fuck in.
Just whoop.
You've exhausted your living privileges.
And just grabs your face and crushes it.
Once he's done pouring a drink, Keta will present him with the tiny bow, which is green and silver.
Aww.
He sort of like bends down over the counter to see it. Because he is considerably taller than Keta.
Yeah! He's taller than anybody here.
Oh no, he's actually not the tallest person in this room.
No. Well, any one of us.
Fair enough.
Yeah, because Gonde is still in the room.
Gond is not in the room.
Oh, is he not? But there's probably
He's on
like
the deck.
Goliaths.
He never leaves the deck.
Oh, that makes sense.
Except when he sleeps.
Vigilance section, Father.
He never
On
sleeps.
He sleeps for about 4 hours every day.
He just drinks a fuck ton of coffee.
No, you can train yourself to get by with that much sleep.
I know.
I do it. Anyways,
Anyways.
And
What's this? Is this for me?
I picture her just like cowering.
no, she's
No, I know she's not. She's more excited.
you see him just... he goes to take it with his hand, but then realizes he might not be able to really do something that small. Then he just basically flops his head onto the counter so she can put it in his hair.
she does.
He doesn't have super long hair, so it takes a bit of effort to make it really work. But you get it to work eventually. You could also just stick it in his beard. Because he's a scruffy boy.
Oh.
She's very proud of her work. You look very handsome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this gentleman.
You joke. He actually has a high charisma.
Well, yeah. He
He's-
has to be real self-confident to pull that off.
I think I... Oh no, he doesn't have a stat block, but I remember his charisma and strength are his highest scores.
He's a showman.
We'll give a little pat to his cheek and then head back to her seat.
Part of the USO. Or whatever the equivalent is.
I would have to know what that stands for.
It's the people who go and perform for the troops.
He would be. He would.
Yeah, yeah, he would be.
You see him just happily, just sort of continuing his work.
Little pink.
He is actually humming while doing whatever he's doing.
And finally, Brimstone is going to get a crown of ribbons, and he cannot stop her.
Every single one of his Darth Maul horns. I just imagine with every ribbon that gets tied on, he loses a little bit more of his neck.
He knows better at this point than to try to take him off, because she'll just put him right back on.
She'll just put more on.
Yeah, yeah, she'll put more on as punishment.
It's Hydra ribbons. You take one off, and then suddenly two more appear on your head.
Not that fast, but she is quiet in the night.
Just suddenly wake up in he has a full headdress made of ribbons.
By the time you finish that, you feel something a bit strange for a second, and then reach up and touch your own hair, and you have another ribbon in your hair somehow, and you don't know where it came from.
Can I look at the colors?
Yeah, you can.
Color is it?
You take it out of your hair, it is actually a black ribbon.
Who the fuck marked her for death?
I'm gonna.
Anyone who wants to that isn't Keta because she was preoccupied with another task can make a perception check to see what just happened.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Brimstone wouldn't be able to either.
Oh, never mind then.
You're
Damn it.
distracted by Keta.
That's true.
19.
That's
You have
true.
to still.
16.
Yeah, that's true. Because it probably happened when Keta was behind him.
Perception.
Yeah.
So
Oh, 20.
there we go.
Alright, so Mordegon and Failsy, you notice this. You see Flair's hand lowering down after having done some weird, arcane gesture. You just hear a small chuckle from his direction.
Failsy, I think Failsy understands what just happened.
Yeah,
Bit of mage, or is assuming mage hand trickery.
you'd assume either mage hand or maybe prestidigitation, because that can make small items.
How pretty it is! Oh. Very delighted that she now has a kind of a cool ribbon to go in between the two pink ones.
Ooh, okay. Pay no attention to as I roll a dice and say ooh. It's more or less at that moment when you guys hear a commotion from the top deck.
No.
Oh no.
Somebody dropped something?
Yeah, shit.
Alright.
And then you just hear, just muffled through the floorboards, yet you somehow still hear it.
All hands on deck!
Oh, shit.
Oh
Run.
dear.
I'm an entertainer. I'm not supposed to be doing this, but
You get the sense that it's supposed to be all fighting hands on deck.
Morrigan just looks over at Brimstone, like, actual going from all happy, cheerful, goofy, like, she's instantly serious. Looks and be like, looks like it's time for us to earn our keep as guards, isn't it?
Just pulls out the gun. Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, and
Anyone paying attention hears the sound of ripping in the background and just a blur of green go past you.
Yes!
Oh, man. He looked real good in that.
oh,
Already
looks
on
like,
her way upstairs.
I really do need to get that one alone sometime.
Yeah. Yeah.
She says as she takes out a staff.
Based on reaction, sounds like Kenta might want him alone as well. Anyways,
Oh, Kenta, yes.
Better not.
Morrigan.
Just Brimstone dragging it up, just be like, he will destroy you.
Morrigan will actually pull out her sword to have it at the ready.
all right, this is where we're ending the session, by the way, guys.
Oh,
Alrighty.
We've gone for 3 hours, so we're gonna set up this, and then this is where we're ending it. So, describe your sword as you pull it from the ether.
Oh, I get that from the start? Okay.
Well, that's how that works. I'm pretty sure you can summon it from the start.
That's a Pact of the Blade thing, isn't it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that
well-
worked.
Well, you specifically said earlier you didn't have it on you.
No, I didn't.
I thought you said you didn't
It's
have
on.
a blade.
It's
on
at her side. I didn't. I just didn't mention it because I wanted to keep what Morrigan is a secret.
You could have said you had a sword.
Well, she's got a sword, but as she pulls it from the sheath,
Describe.
All right, You just start describing it. I'm gonna quickly upload its image so I can show it to everyone.
okay, like to the actual Roll20.
Yeah. You just describe it. I'll upload the image.
Okay. As she pulls the blade from the sheath, the handle looks like it would not be comfortable at all to hold, but she's able to hold it with great confidence. And despite all the red and gray that Morrigan wears, this sword is different shades of teal and green and blues, and it has a moon motif to it. And I think it's supposed to have a slight glow to it.
It has a bit of a shimmer to it.
So it has a bit of a shimmer to it, like Ash just said. And as
Here we
soon
go.
as yes,
Shiny.
Pretty.
Yes, you will have it for the combat.
yes,
Okay.
but that
Okay.
is Morrigan's sword. And the sheath, I imagine the sheath is just a basic plain black sword sheath.
Yeah, it's just a leather sheath you had made to house this thing.
Yeah,
Since it didn't come with one.
yeah, she had to get that custom made. But the sheath it's in is a basic black leather sheath.
So I'm assuming you all are rushing above deck to heed whatever the call is for.
Second
Sure,
Kenta heard
yes.
all hands above deck. She was running.
Dravincia is looking nervous, but he's going to just give a sigh. I'll see what I can do. Draw out one of his swords, leaving his other hand free, and start to go head into top deck.
Maybe you can distract him with performance.
All right,
Kenta
then.
actually has everything on her, so she doesn't really have to worry.
I mean, you've got a guitar.
Guitar,
That is the only
and
thing you
rapier.
need.
As they're going up on deck, Morrigan will just say to Dravenche, "If all fails, just do what you did with the caravan. Make sure that those who can't defend themselves can get away."
That's my initial plan.
All right.
Gun!
Brimstone running with it held slightly above his head, just gone.
Yeah, I mean that's how he's running.
All right then. So to
I
set
haven't
the
held
tone,
one of these in 5 years.
yeah. So to set the tone for when we come back next week, as you all run above deck, there is a general bit of hysteria as many of the construction workers that are perhaps able-bodied but not trained for combat begin running past you below deck, as well as several of the scholarly type characters. As currently harrying the people still on the deck, you see several humanoid bird creatures.
Ooh. Harpies?
We'll have
Hard to
to
tell
wait.
at a glance. It's also dark.
No, worse. Paradises.
Oh God, no.
Say
Anyway. But you said that's where we're going to end the session for tonight?
Yes.
Paradise Eye.
Alright, so. Well, I'm definitely excited for this campaign to continue. How did everybody else feel?
I'm excited. I cannot wait. One already. I love Failsy so much. The fact that Keta and Failsy are now going to be this disaster duo of
So you got
Ogling
the
after Lee.
so you got the sexual disaster duo, and then you have the chaos disaster duo.
Also
Yeah.
a little bit sexual.
And then Brimstone has to rein all of you fuckers in.
Brimstone is team tired dad.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for. Okay, all other attempts at diplomacy have failed. Brimstone just gun. No,
I
bigger
love that.
gun.
Along with team tired dad is Flair.
I love the line of "You stay out of my head."
Get out of my thoughts.
There are characters in this world you have to be legitimately concerned about that with.
Well, it's more just because that's exactly what Brimstone was thinking. Yeah, and then he says, "Just get out of my thoughts."
I cannot wait for Keta to develop her actual first real crush on a boy.
But yes.
You're developing it on the most dopey orc ever.
Listen,
Perfect.
listen, I'm sure that he would be a very kind and attentive boyfriend.
Elsie would totally wingman.
And probably
That's
destroy a few beds while they're at it.
That's not what I meant.
Failsy. Keta, wingmans
Alright.
for each other.
He's a pure lad.
Anyways, who has shilling to do?
Yes.
Andy.
I know
Do
one
this.
person.
Well, 2 people.
Andy, you're first alphabetical, so you go first.
Andy, give us
Hello.
your best shill.
Hello, everybody. I am Andy. You know me now as Keta, the Bard. Well, best small girl. Not the only character I play, at least on streams. You can find me Sundays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. TV/Latvian Citizen, where I play Desire, the 6'6" Chief Fairy Blood Hunter. As kind of big as Bliss is. So
Yeah,
on
but
our
I think more muscle.
Yeah, I said that. You can find our YouTube channel where our DM posts VODs of all the sessions we've been in. You can catch up and you can see the weird adventures we've gotten into so far. We almost die a lot, let's be real, guys.
Don't do that. Not good for your health.
Yeah, not good for your health when you almost die. And then you can find us on Twitter at World of Iona, where we post updates, just statuses, like stuff about characters, and all that kind of fun stuff. When we usually have dungeons and discussions on Mondays, hopefully soon. You can send questions in there where we'll try to answer. usually Dungeons and Discussions ends up being around the same time that we have it on Sundays, but on Mondays. And we talk about what happened previous session. We answer questions that you send in. They can be about D&D. They can be about us. It can be about dogs and cats, for all we care. As long as you come and have fun with us.
Yee. Alright. Armor, do you have anything?
Might have to have a fucking session for once.
Yes, it's the Easter weekend, and we're going to try to squeeze in a Curse of Strahd session on Saturday at 6 p.m. on Ariel Song's channel.
Tired Vampire.
Or, yes, he goes by Tired Vampire now.
Get it right.
People changing their usernames, it be confusion.
It's been like that for a long enough time.
It's still confusion.
Alright, Grandpa.
But, you beat me to it. Just about to post it.
Get fucked.
But yes, we will be over there, where I will be playing Quillen, my swashbuckler rogue who probably has gotten himself into some serious shit.
He sounds like a pint-sized version of the Joker.
Fuck you!
And I will be playing Anya, who is, again, the fucking tired mom of the group. Why do I have to take care of all these children? I am the youngest one here.
But other than that, not much else to say. How about you, Denny?
Well, actually, Ash would have the thing to announce next because of next Tuesday, if things go well. Because
Yes, should all go well and we have enough players to play, we will be playing the boss fight.
Boss fight?
The boss.
Yes, there is a boss fight to be had.
Are you making war against the boss?
The wall boss?
Yes!
They'll be casually in some robotic bodies with some robotic booties trying not to die.
Against the Woolballs.
Yeah. Against what is probably a giant spider? They don't know.
we're
That's
just
like
gonna,
Nacha.
we're just gonna have to wait and find out.
It's probably a giant spider.
Channel can we find this on?
No, it's two giant spiders in a very giant trench coat.
This will be on Night Hunter's channel, which I do not have a link for.
It's twitch.tv/nighthunter66.
Yes. That is the game for which we play with the Jack Dittman, the small lizard.
And you're
My brain farted.
small.
That's the wrong group.
Well, Jack is in both groups.
I'm tired. I'm sorry. I just DM'd. There's so much information to keep in order.
Thank you.
Anyways, that is the game for which we play with Danny, Jack Dittman, Night Hunter 66, and CJ, who is a new member to our groups, just as Felzy is. She has proven her worth so far, though. No one's died, and she is a cleric. Hasn't done any healing, but they haven't needed it yet.
I don't think you proved your worth as a cleric until somebody dies and you don't heal them.
I mean, that's proving your non-worth as a cleric.
Listen, it wasn't my fault that Nadine jumped into a pile of ghouls.
Yeah, kind of how our first character death happened.
Anyways, no problem.
That is.
But, okay, and I personally like to go last since I'm the streamer. So, although I think Myth did his announcement alongside of Armored.
Pretty much.
Okay, Failsy, do you have anything?
No, I don't have anything prepared for shilling stories.
Well, with the like, I need to make it more ready and evident and stuff. The shilling doesn't have to be for yourself. If even if like you could have just seen a cool YouTube video that you want to promote as well.
Yeah, so I've got nothing at the moment.
I'm sorry. I should have warned you before we streamed.
It's alright.
Okay, but with that, the only last announcement is that we will be back here on this same channel next week, same day, same time, to see what it is that the DM is throwing at us for what sounds like will be first combat of the campaign.
Target practice.
So might
Yeah.
die.
You
Yes.
gonna die.
Yes, target practice. But with that, I think. But for times and day of the week, it will be next week Thursday at 7 o'clock EST, which is I believe 4 o'clock PST. And Myth, what time is that for you? Because you're different time zone.
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock Mountain.
Yee. And for at least whatever time zone it is that Failsies in, if you would like to share for any other Australian viewers out there.
Heathen time.
That'll be 9 o'clock in the morning, Friday.
Yeah, it's a very different time for Failsy.
Yeah, it's the future for Failsy.
Gonna be the future soon. I know that song, but I'm gonna sing it.
But yes,
Every moment that passes, you're drifting slowly into the future.
Nah, I was referencing Jonathan Colton, but that's fair.
But yes, I believe with that we're all done with doing shilling and stuff. And holy crap, we're finished before 11, guys.
Oh, this is it.
Food.
And also, I'd like to say,
I'm gonna keep us punctual.
awesome. And also, can we just? I think as all players, can we all just give my
Really?
brother a
Sorry.
round of applause for his first official session of the campaign?
Don't give me claps yet. I'm gonna murder you next week.
Dude, you deserve it.
Not dead yet.
Dead yet.
I'm not dead yet.
I'm not dead yet!
I'm just very badly burned. That's two different
John!
references, but they fit together.
I'm getting better.
Gun!
But yes, with that, I think it's time for everybody to say goodnight.
Good night, everybody.
If you're in Australia, good morning.
Yes, for you heathens.
That's like lunchtime now.
Good noon.
Myth, we need a goodbye from you, not Cthulhu.
Why did you just say my name
This was
twice?
good.
Yeah! Ah!
In English, then. Not deep speech.
Not confirmed, Dave.
Anyway, good night, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye.
Good night.